perfect. It's Beatty, right?
Yeah,
Beatty.
but like I mean, like people have a hard time pronouncing it, so I kind of let whatever, however they pronounce it, I kind of let it like unless it's way off, right? Unless it's, I've had people call me Billy, and I'm like, nah, come on, Billy is
Come
crazy.
on, man.
Like, come
It's
on,
not
yeah,
even
you're not,
trying.
you're not even trying, man. You're not even trying. Or like Brady, I'm like, okay, nah, we going too far. But like body, because my profile is body fall, anyways.
Right.
Just for like social media purposes, it made more sense just because uh, I did a podcast with Bradley because I go to Zoo Culture, so he pulled me in for a podcast, and when I shouted it out, he told me he was like, you want to make it something that is easy to search up. So when people hear it, they can search it up. When I say my real name, I
Yep.
say Beatty, it's hard for them. Or how do I search that up? But body, anybody can search that up, right?
Yeah.
But also, if people pronounce it that way, I don't mind because it's close enough, you know.
Are we
Do
live?
you have? Huh? Oh yeah,
Are
we
we
live.
live?
Yeah,
Oh,
we
okay.
live.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have people like have trouble with your name?
Oh, the same thing.
Yeah.
People, Tofeek, Tofeel, um, Tofeek. Those are all acceptable. But when it starts to get into like Kofi or toffee, like the candy, I'm just
Yeah.
like, yeah, I gotta. Or a lot of people will just call me T. I'm like, I never
Yeah.
said my name is T. Or they'll go to Mr. T. I'm like, come on, man. Like,
Oh yeah.
it's Tofeek.
You're right. Some people give up altogether. Like I've had clients call me B. They won't even attempt it. They like, fuck this B. I mean, clients
Yeah,
that's known me for years too, for a long time, but they just like B, and I'm like, damn, they didn't even try.
yeah. I'm gonna start calling. If your name is Mike, I'm gonna start calling you Meh or or you know, yeah. It's the same
Oh
thing.
man,
It's the same
yeah,
thing.
yeah. I mean, okay, so the funny part is like anybody who grows up Muslim, right? We all have like a lot of similar experiences, and
Yep.
because me and you were talking, it's hard to explain to people who weren't because they don't get it. They're like, your parents don't come to your shows, and it's like, no, but does that make you upset or something? It's like, nah, it's
Oh,
like a cultural, religious kind of thing. It's like it's hard to explain
yeah.
it. It's not to be taken like offense. It's just they wouldn't understand it. I don't even want to put them in a position. They
Yeah.
wouldn't get it. You
Yeah.
know.
That's why I just don't mention it. Most of the time, I don't
Yeah.
mention it, but sometimes you have to explain. You know.
Exactly.
No, my
You
parents
know.
are not here. Yes, I'm by myself. Yeah, they can't know. No, they can't know. No, gotta make excuses
It's
up for everything.
it was I didn't mention anything at all. But then like my mom kind of like that kind of she follows me and she kind of sees and then she's kind of like curious and she knows but she doesn't really get it if that makes
Okay.
sense. At first she was like, hey, why put on some clothes, why you in your
Yeah.
underwear, like put on some clothes. I'm like, okay, got you and and then she just stopped doing that, but like she's trying to be as supportive as she can in her own way, but it's just
Yeah.
it's just different, you know what I'm saying. How what's your age? How old are you? I don't think I asked that.
Born in '93. What do you think?
Oh,
'93.
so you 31 or 30?
Yep. 31.
31. Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next year,
Okay,
32.
so when was your first show?
My first show was last year of 23. All right. So I got to do like a little disclaimer. So I
Uh-huh.
did a show in 2018.
Mm-hmm.
I did Men's Physique, which I should not have done. And yeah, it was like, it was a complete disaster. I was like, I think I prepped for like 2 weeks for it. It was like a local to me. I was living in Maryland at the time, and it was in DC, I believe.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I just did that just to try it out. Um, yeah, I didn't do well at all. I did men's physique. I think I got second place out of two the other competitor, and there was like the judges came. They talked to me after. They was like, "Why are you doing men's physique? You don't have the body for men's physique." So
Yeah.
yeah, so my real first one was like 2018. I think that was a year, or 2017.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, yeah, I don't really count it, but actually bodybuilding was last year, March 23. So I did the Cutler Classic, and is it March? I always say March, May of May of last year. That was the first one that I did.
Oh, wait. So you've only competed twice as a bodybuilder in open?
Four times. So I did the
Oh, okay, okay.
Cutler.
Mm-hmm.
I did the Cutler and not qualify. I got first place in that in my
Mm-hmm.
class, and that qualified me for nationals of last year. And then
Mm-hmm.
I got third last year. So then I had to requalify again this year. Well, I thought I did. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
did another show prior to this last nationals that we had, and then I did
Okay.
nationals.
Okay,
So
dope.
four shows
Oh,
altogether.
so you mind flipping your phone sideways?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Oh, you might
There you
have
go.
the screen lock on.
Oh,
You know how
I
to take
made
that
this
off?
mistake before.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
I'm still
okay.
kind of trying to get used to this whole podcasting.
Uh-huh.
All right,
All right, perfect, perfect. Yeah, yeah.
that's good.
Okay, yeah, but that's perfect. Okay,
All right.
so you said first show 2018, men's physique, right?
Yeah,
Then following, what was with the next show? It wasn't until the Jay Cutler show.
yeah. That was. I pretty much just did it for fun. The first men's physique show, just to
Okay,
see
okay.
what it was like. And
Mhm.
I just dropped it all together. Just went back to just lifting weights in the gym, and then yeah, I decided to do the Cutler in last year May. Yeah.
The which Cutler show? The Vegas one?
No, no, no. The one in
Oh, East Coast.
I always forget East Coast. Yeah, yeah, on the East Coast. I forget I think it's the Cutler Classic. I forget what is it. I forget the name of it.
Yeah,
Let's see.
because well, Jay has but actually Jay has because Jay has the Desert Classic in Vegas, but he has like
Yes.
the damn yeah like Jay Classic or something like that.
Yeah,
He
yeah, it's the
has
Cutler Classic. That's what it's called. Yeah, but
Color
he has another
Classic.
one. Yeah, on the West Coast, I believe.
Which where is this one located? Like New York somewhere?
It's in Boston, right here in Boston.
You live in Boston?
Yeah, I live in
Oh
Massachusetts.
shit. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Believe it or not, but I actually have a handful of friends up over there in Boston, and it's funny because a lot of people like know each other. You know, not
yeah,
even competitive, just people that work out. Like people, you know,
yeah.
think about it, like anytime, like let's say I'm on a date or something, and a girl says, "Oh, my friend is a bodybuilder. My friend is this or goes to go." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm pretty sure." But if you tell me their name, I'm probably familiar with them. Well, why do all the buff people know each other? I'm like, it's just like a small. It's a small
It
community,
is.
man. We
It is.
literally.
There's like a yeah. There's a handful of like bodybuilding gyms, and everyone kind of gets to know each other from those handful of gyms.
Yeah,
Also,
yeah.
there's a lot of legends came out of Boston as well. You got Jay
Yeah.
Cutler, you got Jose Raymond,
Yeah, you're
you
right.
got you know um, who else?
Well, you go back. You go to Paul DeMayo, right? You can go to
Paul DeMayo. Yep.
what's the guy with the big cat the big calves? Matarazzo? Was he from Boston or Massachusetts?
I'm not familiar. Not familiar with
Okay,
him.
okay, yeah, yeah. I mean, if you open it up to that entire what you call it northeast area, I mean, shit. I mean,
Hmm.
at that point, there's unlimited, and they have a way they bodybuild. It's a lot more like it's intense, you know. It's
Of
intense, you
course.
know. Exactly.
Some
Um,
some girl was like it's the dirty water crew. Like there's something in the water here in like the Northeast, so everyone's like all the bodybuilders are coming out of the Northeast. You
yeah,
just
yeah,
put some in the
yeah.
water. So
I,
who
I think
knows? That might be.
something around coming from that area, you have a certain level of grit and hustle too. So it's like
Hmm.
you almost want it to be. It's weird. It's like life is difficult, but if you grow up there, you don't realize how much more difficult it is. So you build a certain level of grit that you don't realize you have till you leave.
Yep,
You know, and then
absolutely.
be and then being here now 7 years, you realize that you're not as hardcore as you used to be, right? Because you get calm when you're here too long. But it's always nice to be from there from that part of the country. What's up, Joe?
What's up, sorry?
Tofeek, Joe Tofeek.
Nice to meet you, sir. I can't see him.
Oh, you can't see him? Oh, because you probably got it in that mode. So I think you have to swipe right on your phone, right? Joe, you on your phone, right? It's like you got to swipe. You got to swipe, right? Something like that.
Yeah, I swiped to the left.
Left. Oh, swipe left. Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Did you?
Cool.
You see Joe now?
What up?
Yeah, I see him. What's going on, brother?
Give him a flex since you can see you now. Give him a little flex, Joe. Show him something.
Okay.
There you go.
Hey, bro. Put those away.
Those are dad guns, bro.
Oh, man. Take it easy.
Am I when I look here? Is I looking at the camera or am I looking at your face? I want to make sure that I might.
It's hard to tell. I don't even know where the fuck I'd be looking at. I feel like nobody looks at the camera, right? Because when I talk, I'm looking at the screen. It looks like this when I look at the screen. Yeah. So I never even thought about that.
Off center. All right.
Hey, Joe, let me see what you're looking at. Come closer to the camera. Let me see what you're looking at. It looks like you kind of looking at us. I'm way off. Look at me. I'm looking over here. Okay.
If you look at your screen, you're not looking at the camera. So if I look over here, I'm looking at the camera.
You have to go like this.
Oh, okay. How about now? Look at the camera.
Yeah, now.
Yeah.
But
That's my soul.
That looks weird, but it makes you look. I never paid attention to that, but it kind of makes you look cross-eyed, right? If I'm like this, it looks weird. It looks like I'm cross-eyed. So you got to keep a distance. You got to keep a little distance. Keep a little distance.
That way you can't tell.
Yeah,
Brady's faded officially.
I'm on that dial, baby. I'm feeling good. Oh, can I show it? Like, because sometimes they might. I don't know. They demonetize
I don't know.
They demonetized for the weirdest shit, Well, I haven't spoken about it. I actually got monetized again.
That was sick.
Yeah. So what they did is once they demonetized me, whatever money I made for that month, they didn't pay it. But then now that they remonetized me, they won't pay me for like another month or two. I'm like, why did it not work the other way around? Once you demonetize, boom, that's it. Whatever you made is gone. But once you get, why don't you pay me back for the shit that was gone, or start paying me now? It's how it goes. But let's be real. I'm not making the big bucks or nothing like that. So
yeah, YouTube is a whole different thing. I don't know anything about YouTube. I just created a YouTube channel the other day. So
yeah. But
I don't know nothing about it.
What I will say is this: there's a lot of people making a lot of money because I have probably close to 9K, which is nothing, right, in the grand scheme of things, and I make something, So I'm like, what about the motherfuckers that got like a million? I'm like, what the fuck are they making? I'm like, holy shit, Then I'm like, and some of these people, like, let's say Sam Sulik, he's posting 6 days a week. I'm like, holy fuck, and I'm looking, I'm like, in a couple of hours, he got like 100K views. I'm like, damn, this motherfucker making a lot of money. I don't know how much, but I would imagine it's a lot of fucking money. So
you can't even keep track at that point.
No, yeah. Whatever people think he's making, he's making more than that. He's making more than that, And then his old videos are getting a bunch of views too, so that should accumulate.
Yep.
So, all right. Back to the story. So okay. So did you have the same coach from the get go, or how did that work? How long you been with this current coach that you won nationals with?
Yeah, my friend Barkev. So I did Easterns, and I was planning on just doing an entire prep just by myself, or just taking just going through nationals just by myself. But after Easterns, my friend, he was a coach local to me in Boston, Massachusetts. He saw my physique. He was like, "Man, what are you doing, dude?" He asked me about my diet. Told him about my diet. He was like, "Dude, you don't know what you need an actual plan. You gotta optimize. You need actual plan, like a meal plan and whatnot." So he was like, he offered to help me out with it. So he helped me out with. I picked him up about 5 weeks out from nationals, and we did all the necessary changes. We worked on my posing a little bit too,
Yeah.
So mainly nutrition. He wrote down my uh, cardio, my
Okay.
cardio protocol as well. And yeah, so I pretty much worked with him. He was the only one that I worked with in 2024.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
the rest of the year, I was kind of just doing my own thing.
Oh
Yeah,
wow. That's
I,
honestly pretty impressive. That's pretty impressive.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Obviously, I get advice here and there. Yeah.
I've met a handful of people like you as far as like genetics. The hard part is sometimes some of the people with the best genetics, they don't really have that much interest in competing, right? Which you would think is strange, but it's like you're not completely aware of your own genetics, right? Let's say if somebody came up to you like, "Hey, yo, Tofeek," or you go play fucking bowling with your friends, and somebody like, "Yo, Tofeek, let me see that." Oh, you could be some special in bowling, and you're like, "Wait, what?" I don't really. He like, I don't really think about bowling. No, no, but I'm telling you, you could be one of the best in the world. You're like,
Yeah.
okay. So that sometimes that's how they feel. Like they just work out for fun. They don't have that drive or anything. And you're like, bro, I'm telling you, you could turn pro next year, bro. And they're like, okay, okay. And then you're like, oh man. And then you try, but they're like, oh, they just not into it, you know. And it's unfortunate. Like we think it's unfortunate, but they don't give a fuck, you know. So
Hmm.
I found that sometimes to make somebody, you can't make somebody into it. So it just happens that it needs to be somebody like you who just happens to have interest in it. Unfortunately, a lot of times, some of the worst genetic people love it the most, you
Yep.
know.
Yep.
Well, you gotta
And
think
they
about
like,
that, bro. The worst genetic people, they almost seek validation. So like they're willing to suffer and shit. But then like if you look good without trying and you're enjoying life, why the fuck would you care to compete?
okay, and that's the thing. Or let's say you do compete, right?
Well.
And you're winning everything, right? You're winning everything by being a halftime bodybuilder. Like it's easy for us to say, "How about you go all in?" But like, why would you if you beating everybody anyways
Yeah,
by
the fuck?
bullshit? Like,
Like, this is
uh,
fun. I'm winning. I ain't even trying.
yeah,
The
I'm chilling, bro. This is a great time. So it's like you can't convince somebody to do that. It just has to
Yeah.
align perfectly, you know. And but when you get that, that's when you get the best in the world because genetics, man, it's important. It's not everything because you can beat a genetically superior person sometimes by outworking them. Not like I'm gonna bench press more weight, but like just being consistent for a longer period of
Hmm.
time. If you're consistent for 10 years and this person bullshitted for 10 years, yeah, I mean, you probably could beat them. But if that person gives it everything, they're not going to get beat. You know, like we're seeing it
Yeah.
with Keon for years. Keon could beat everybody. Once he locked in, I got to be honest, it's not really close at this point anymore.
no.
Yeah.
You know,
You blew
he
right
went
up.
from like third call out. Remember that first year, he got third call out. So they won't reward you just off of genetics, you know. But if you bring that look, honestly, with Keon, it's like at this point he's pretty much matching the top condition in the world. And
Hmm.
as far as he's filled up, I mean, it's impossible. You just can't beat that. So Tofeek that got that kind of potential. I feel like Carlos does too. I feel like there's levels of genetics. They all have good genetics. So all the,
Carlos
I
Jr.
mean, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I would say most of these pros have pretty good genetics, but like there's levels to genetics, and I feel like Keon is like next level. I feel like Carl is like next level, and then you too. It's a structural thing that you just can't buy, and you can't
Hmm.
manufacture it. It's there, or it's not. If the rest is up to you, really, more than anything. But there's a certain look that you're like, that don't even make sense. How is your waist hair and your quads are here, and you know? So I see it with you. I see it with Carlos, and I'm like, I feel like the sky is the limit. It's just
Thank you.
things got to fall in place, you know. And it's not always as simple as eat your chicken and rice. Sometimes, unfortunately, like let's say with Carlos, he happens to have colitis, right? He
Hmm.
happened to have some bad shit happen here and there, and it's like things you can't really control, unfortunately, you know. So it takes things to fall in place sometimes for it to work.
Hmm.
But at the point, luck only finds you if you're doing the work. If you're not doing the work, then whatever lines up is irrelevant, you know. So
Yeah. Um. Yeah. That's kind of like the same scenario that I'm finding myself in, where I don't I obviously I go to the gym and I have like I just looked at myself like, okay, yeah, I got some muscle and whatnot. But until I did my first show, that's when I starting to realize, I got a little feedback from my first show, then it's past shows. Like everyone's telling me that I have this thing that like some special physique,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
now I'm gonna take it seriously. Like I'm kind of gonna treat it as like a career and just
yeah,
like
yeah.
um give it my all, because I was before I was just kind of doing it as a hobby,
Before,
and
good, good. Yeah, you
yeah,
know,
so
that's honestly the right approach. I think you should do it like for fun as a hobby until you get that aha moment, right?
hmm
So I was actually going to ask that question. I was going to ask, at what point did you realize you were really good? Like, because with Joe, I remember I felt like he's competing. I mean, he was taking it seriously, but it was competing like more. This is like a passion. But I feel like, correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like after you won that Cal, I felt like you had like, think I could really be good at this. And
It
then
was after I won
again,
the call.
okay, but then you had like another level, like right, not even after you won USA. I think before you won USA, like maybe like a few weeks out. I felt like, because when I saw you like 6 weeks out, I felt like you felt it too. You felt that, nah, I felt like I could really do this, right? So it was like Cal, and then USA is kind of like doubled it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, okay. So
awesome.
for you, Tofeek, was it nationals or was it before nationals that you kind of
I was
felt it?
hearing things here and there before nationals, but
Mhm.
after nationals, literally everyone was telling me the same thing. And the fact that
Yeah,
people are saying that I should have won that show, they were comparing me to this massive heavyweight, which I don't
yeah,
see how how my physique could be his. But like after hearing it from so many people and like
yeah.
these top level bodybuilders, and that now it's just like, all right, I gotta start. Now I'm starting to realize that maybe I do have something special here. But
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we wasn't there in person, but from the pictures, I actually thought you was gonna win overall too. I was like, well, that super's gonna be pissed because nobody wants to. The super never wants to lose overall. But I mean, I
yeah,
think I'm pretty sure. I mean, I've heard a handful of people said they would have voted for you for the overall.
yep,
He's a
But
middleweight. He's a middleweight.
yeah, I did
yeah,
middleweight.
yeah,
Yep,
yeah.
I
Mm-hmm.
thought I recognized you. I was like, I recognize this name.
yep.
Joe is just realizing who he's talking to now. Like, oh, that's
No,
not.
no, no. I
Yeah,
was talking about. I was like, fake it till you make it. I'm gonna fake this
Yeah,
until I figure it out.
yeah.
I don't
Oh
think
I
we
was
did.
like,
yeah,
I don't think we.
oh, I know you now.
Yeah.
Tofeek, you might not notice, but like I don't tell anybody what guests I'm having on. Most of the time, I don't even know the guests I'm having on until the day of the show. So people just sign in and then they're like, "Wait, what's going on?" Go, "Who's okay, okay," and they just catch on as we go. To be
Yeah,
honest,
because
it's kind of better that way, no? So nobody's
yeah.
prepared. Everybody just
Yeah, I'm
just
gonna
wing
be
it.
honest. I literally, I just got back home from Vegas. My
Oh
flight
shit!
got delayed.
Uh-huh.
My flight got delayed, and so I'm like 3 hours late. And so I saw your text. I'm like, oh shit. Okay, I have to
Hey,
jump on. Fuck it.
anytime like
Awesome.
somebody's not on a podcast for like a couple weeks, sometimes people freak out. Hey, where's this guy? How come with this guy? And I'm like, you gotta keep in mind, bro. We're not teenagers, bro. We grown men.
Yeah.
We got shit to do, bro. Like I mean, like we would love to everybody to be on every week, but people got lives, bro. People got shit to do. This guy's about to be a
Different time
dad.
zones too.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
it's not as easy as people think. I hear people say, I want to start a podcast. I'm like, good, but but it's not as easy as you think because, like I said, shit happens. So you gotta have backup. You gotta know how to roll with the punches. You gotta. There's also why I have a couple of different shows because sometimes I can't get the cast and I'll just do like if Joe didn't sign on, I would have this would have been I would have made like one of
Interview.
yeah, one of the interview episodes.
hmm
So you gotta know how to roll with the punches. You're not gonna always get exactly what you want. You might get a guess. I
Yeah.
mean, what would have happened if today you could have been like, oh damn, something came up. Shit comes up. It doesn't
Yeah.
make you rude or anything. I know hosts that get upset like, oh, this guy did this, and I'm like, bro, he's doing you a favor by doing your podcast. Like you can't get mad because the motherfucker couldn't make it. Or how come he didn't
Yeah.
repost me on his page? I'm like, he got his own thing going on the page. He's not gonna fuck it up. He's not gonna fuck up his dynamic for just to post your podcast, bro. It doesn't work
hmm
that way. So you gotta just roll with the punches sometimes. Everybody's doing you a favor by being on your podcast. Is the way I look at it. So
Nah,
Yeah.
it's a pet peeve of mine. If somebody tags me in something, they don't even talk to me like that. Get the fuck out of here.
Bro, that happens all the time. It's like, wait. You know,
I know
do
we're
you
talking about the same guy, bro.
no, but it happened. It happens. They stop eventually, but it was like 4 different people doing that, and it's like you want me to repost your shit every week, but like it goes both ways. I mean, if you look out for me, you wouldn't even have to ask me. We would just look out for each other for the most part.
Yep.
But just randomly, I'm like, why
That's
would
what
I?
I'm saying. Like, when's the last time you fucking talked to me? The fuck?
I haven't talked to me in months. Like I don't even know what's going on here. You know, so so I mean, like we'll repost random shit if we like it. Just randomly see something and I like this. I'll post it. You know, but I think it's weird to just tag people, and it's like, why you want the world to repost it, but that's not how it works. They have to you have have no
There's
relationship.
some sort of dynamic, bro. What the
Yeah,
It has to be a symbiotic relationship.
yeah.
Symbiotic.
Exactly. It goes both ways. A lot of people want one-sided relationships in this world, right?
Yeah.
I think human beings naturally. I think naturally we are selfish because survival is your number one instinct. Every human being. So naturally you want to be selfish, but how you're raised, how you grow up, it teaches you that it's not about that. And then eventually it becomes more natural to not be selfish if you kind of learn the right way. But inherently,
True.
I don't have expectations on people because I feel like most people are inherently pretty selfish. You know, it is what it is. You know, so all right. I don't know how we got there. All right, so Tofeek, do you have any plans for next year? Whether you're taking a year or you competing or anything like that?
So I'm revamping everything. I'm
Okay.
revamping my training style. Some of my supplements, nutrition, revamping everything, um, and just pretty much play it by ear, see what my body does. Um, yeah, and I would like to get well into the twos in
Yeah.
my off season as far as the weight. Because the heaviest I've ever been was like 195, so I would like to
Wow.
really push it and get into the twos. Yeah, and depending on how fast that happens, and you know how fast I can bring up my lacking body parts,
Yeah.
that will determine what show I do next, whether it's this
Yeah.
year or early next year.
That's
Yeah.
fair. That's fair. What did you weigh on stage?
I did not weigh myself after weigh-ins. So at weigh-ins, I was 174. I was 174 and a half on stage on at weigh-ins, and I might have come in like 180, 180, 181, something like that. I felt like I was about that,
Oh,
like low 180s.
what's the cutoff for middleweight? 78?
176 and a quarter.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
One of my clients, I want him to be a middle because light heavies is a different ball game. Light heavy is a different ball
Oh,
game. You know,
so
I mean,
many of them too.
yeah. I mean, with your physique, I mean, you probably could have one either or. But just in general, he's about 5'6", I want to say, maybe like 5'6", but he's pretty new. So I would rather him
Mhm.
be a middle at USA's, and 176 is going to be hard to make, but that's the point. You want it to be hard to make. You know, you want
Exactly.
to barely make the weight. You don't want to easily make fucking middleweight. Just make the weight. 6 weeks out. You want to barely. So I'm gonna try to get him
So
down
you
there.
don't lose as much muscle. Come as
Exactly,
slow as possible.
exactly. What would be a weight that you would be striving to hit on stage as a pro for like your debut?
I'm thinking 10 pounds heavier stage weight. So I was like 180, so maybe 190 on stage. I don't know,
How what's your height? How tall are you?
5'3".
Oh shit! So one.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
Oh, one. You said one. Yeah, one. Yeah, 190 at your height is gonna be pretty stacked, bro. How tall was
yeah.
Jose Raymond or is? I said was like he
Jose
hasn't
Raven,
changed.
he said that I'm a half inch shorter than him. I'm gonna say that I'm a half inch taller than him. So
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
say he's 5'2" and a half. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. He's around my height, like 5. He's around my height, like 5'3", 5'4",
Okay.
somewhere between there.
It gets dicey. Like people start trying to get the inches over you, and you're like, "Well, are you sure?"
Yeah, man.
Okay. You start. You got to see people standing together. You're like, I don't know, bro. You sure? You sure you 5'6"? Because the other day I saw this guy. He looking taller than you. You know. All right, but
Yeah, you gotta have to start having height offs.
yeah.
Get together.
Bro, you notice in bodybuilding, 5'11" doesn't exist. Like you go from 5'9" to 6 feet. Motherfuckers be 5'10". They're like, oh, yeah, I'm around 6 foot. People be 5'11". I'm 6 foot. You 6 foot. Everybody's 6 foot. It's like the moment you're taller than 5'9", boom, automatically 6 foot club. I'm like, bro, everybody can be 6 foot, bro. You know,
I'm gonna start doing that.
I'm the opposite,
5'10".
Once I started getting to the 280-pound mark, I started telling people I was shorter. I'm like 5'6", bro.
Joe looks more like 5'9"-ish, but your actual what's your actual height?
Like 5'8" and like a couple of centimeters.
See,
At 280?
Yeah. He got up to 300, bro. He was up to 300 at one point.
That's
302 pounds. All Wendy's.
Well,
it'd be like
that. Joe's structure is so big though that if Joe claimed 5'10", everybody would believe him because he takes up so much space, you know. So, but who cares? I mean, I feel like when you're that big, you don't give a fuck. You don't care about the extra inches.
I'll go shorter. Fuck it.
Yeah, well, because it's actually more impressive. If I said, "Hey, I'm 5'10" and I'm 305," oh shit. 6 foot, you're gonna expect me to be 320 because motherfuckers at 6 foot.
Yeah, you're right.
You know,
you're right.
they in that upper because 300 at 6 foot is like. So what? This guy. Yeah, come on. Joe is 300 too. What you want to do? You know. So it's not.
I can't breathe.
That's pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
You know. So
how tall are you?
Me? 5'11". 5'11". But I feel like
you gotta say 6 feet.
Yeah,
you thought about it. I
thought about it. I had to pull it back. Like, yeah, let me give it the because somebody's gonna go back to like the last episode. You said 5'11", so you can't change it. You know, but if I started saying 5'9", they're gonna be like, "Oh, baby, big as fuck for 5'9", bro." I'm like, yeah, you know, I'm just like a tall 5'9". You know what I'm saying? So.
The GH padding on the foot.
No,
we'll take a plate.
Well,
does it work like that?
Yeah, no, it does.
It grows like the
it's just the padding, like that, like on your hands and stuff, your feet.
Yep.
I mean, for sure, off season, when I'm heavier on more GH, I'm for sure taller. I would say like over an inch taller than I am pre-contest.
What?
I'll probably lose like an inch and a half. I'll probably lose an inch and a half. Yeah, when you're dehydrated and flat and shit, like Joe. Remember seeing me like a week out? I look tiny. You're like, what the fuck? What the fuck? I look.
Bro, I couldn't believe your fucking face.
Honestly, I feel like most people at the gym didn't recognize me. They're like, he kind of looks like that guy, but I don't know. Fucking shriveled the fuck up. Fucking gone. Short, skinny, the whole nine, bro.
I think it was 4 weeks. I think it was 4 weeks past.
Yeah.
I think it was 4 weeks difference that I saw you. What the fuck?
Hey, you know what? Next year, bro, I'm gonna leave everything in. Cause if I'm looking at pictures, what happens those last 4 weeks? Like the amount, like let's say I pull growth, pull test, whatever, right? The amount I get harder versus the amount of weight I lose is not a good trade-off. I'm sure you probably noticed it, Joe, too. It's like I'll lose 10, 15 pounds, but it's not like, damn, you got so much harder, right? You know, body fat wise, realistically, probably I am leaner, but when you're that flat, you actually don't look as lean, if that makes sense, right?
Well, yeah, because there's nothing pushing against the skin, so it looks like faded almost.
Exactly. So the idea is that you don't have that dry look. So it would be smarter to just come off of everything to get that dry look. And it's like you start getting drier first maybe week or so. By that second week, now you're just getting flat to a point that you don't look much leaner, and you're just so much smaller. You can't trade that much muscle for condition, especially if it's not like unless you're gonna look like fucking Monster on that bitch, then it's not. It's kind of pointless. So I think that's something. It's too much wow factor is lost, and I don't think that's a good trade off.
I think it's smart to pull out GH always, though. I feel like that really does.
Yeah. I mean, some people, the people that leave it in, a lot of times they lower it, but that's risky because some people look bad on.
Yeah, for me personally, I do notice a drastic difference, like how dry I look when, but we'll keep everything else in.
But when do you take it out? Like how?
That like 10 days. Like I think the latest he's ever taken it out was like 7 days.
Okay, so that for me, I'll take it out like Compton would take it out for me like 2 weeks, but when I do my own prep, sometimes I will take it out like 3 weeks out. That might be a little overkill.
Yeah, no, you want to keep it yourself as full as possible until the very end.
Exactly. Last show, Compton, he didn't. I usually cut the test completely. Like if it's Prop, like 2 weeks out. If it's E, like 5 weeks out. Compton cut it to TRT. So it was like, let me not say TRT. Let me say, he cut it to like 300, which is kind of, that's like big boy TRT, Yeah. So that was better than chopping it out completely because I don't think I was as flat as last year, but still fucking flat. So maybe a good balance would be like drop it to like 500 or 750, something like that. Because I usually run about a gram a test. So if I could cut it in half, maybe, but not, So it's hey, listen, it's funny because you could be competing. Jay Cutler said that every show he learned something new about his body, and in his mind, he felt like eventually he will learn enough that would be all. And he was like, till his last show, he was still learning new shit. So it doesn't stop. Every show you're like, oh, okay, this is, and it keeps going probably till the day he retired. Like, oh, the last show, oh, I finally figured out the puzzle. Oh, I gotta keep in take out the clan. Okay, now I know. So you're never not gonna learn, and your body changes. I'm sure, you guys' body changes as well. So it's never gonna be the same. But
I don't know anything about the GA share. That's one thing that I want to try to integrate this go around to get me to that next level. I haven't delved into that yet, so
that's my favorite thing right there.
Yeah.
And
I heard it's pretty good. So
yeah, it's don't go farm though. Farm is it's expensive for no reason.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
So many
people.
I
don't gotta like that.
So many people will. It's funny because people will go back and forth. Farm is different. I'm like, okay, have you tried generic? And a lot of times they'll say no, and I'm like, bro, so how would you know the difference if you didn't try it?
Remember we made Zeta believer.
Yeah, he didn't. Mm-hmm. He didn't want to.
He died by the sword, bro, and then eventually he said, "Fuck it, he needed to save money."
we made a lot of people believers, man. We made a lot of people believers,
and then they screwed us.
It's fucking sold out now. It's all sold out. You can't fucking find it.
I was just kidding.
I'm like, hey, Wyatt, you got any more of that shit laying around, motherfucker? You bought up the damn store. You can't tell too much people, But, I felt like it took off the cap. I felt like because before growth, I was a heavyweight, and I remember I'm like, damn, no matter how hard I push the off season, it seems like I can't like add enough tissue to be a legit super. And then when I added growth, it creates new muscle cells, right? So you better be growing as long as you feed them damn muscle cells. You got to feed them new muscle. So it took off that cap, and I don't know. To me, it's one of the best. I don't get any side effects. I can run it year round. I mean, leaner, fuller, shit, fucking my hair grows faster, my beard looks better. You know what I'm saying? My skin is nicer. You know what I mean?
I might go take some right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna go take some right now. What are you talking about? Yeah.
Sold.
Hey, yo, even my sleep. Me personally, I take it all at night just because I get way better sleep like that. And then if I take it during the day, I start getting a little sleepy. So yeah, I'll be driving like, whoa, what's going on? What happened? You know. But there's been stretches where I drove like a couple exits on the highway, passed out. Now I wake up like, oh shit, I'm good. You know, but not too long ago, I actually ended up getting in an accident, man. An accident. You know?
From being drowsy.
Yeah, I was driving. Next thing I know, like I'm waking up, and then somebody hit the brake in front of me. By the time I hit the brake, you know when you know you're not gonna make it. So once I saw I hit the brake, and I'm looking like, oh nah, I ain't gonna make it. even Kane knew I was gonna make it. My dog was like, oh no. I saw him. He was like, So he put his head down. You know how they get that grip? He said, nah, this is. And then boom, that was it. I was like, fuck, you know. This old lady was so scared. I got out of the car. She's like, oh shit. I'm like, no, I'm not. It's not even like that. I'm not like that. Like that. All right. You know what's funny? Like that doesn't offend me. Like when people see me and they get like nervous, it doesn't offend me. Like you got to know what you look like. You got to think about what you know. Like once I talk to people, they're like, oh, okay, but you gotta understand what you look like you know. I think sometimes we don't realize or think about what we look like to the average person. It's not something they see often. It's kind of like, whoa, what the fuck is this?
Yeah,
Well,
I don't know you guys don't. You guys don't look average. I feel like I still look pretty normal when I have like a sweater on and stuff.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. That's what you think. Because in my head, I think the same thing. Oh, I got a hoodie on. Nobody knows what's going on. But they can tell. They can. You don't look like a regular person. Trust me.
I'm like 185 right now. But so
but the way you exactly like to think about it. There's nobody your height that's that jacked. Like it's not a thing, you know.
They're like 120, 125.
True.
We're never gonna feel the way we look, you know. We're always gonna downplay it or not, you know. We don't even realize until somebody says something. They're like, oh shit, okay, you know. So, what I was gonna say.
Well, talk about knowing what you look like.
Yeah.
Every time me and Paul go somewhere new, come up to me and ask questions. Paul's like, why the fuck don't they ask me any questions? I'm like, well, look at you, bro.
Yeah, you know, Joe still looks more. You still look more approachable.
That's why.
You also smile more. Yeah. You also smile more. So you look like somebody that they'll be nervous from your size more than anything, but I feel like they'll be more open to approach you. You know, for sure.
When I got my tattoos, I told Paul, like, hey, you think they're still going to talk to me? I'm a little more intimidating now.
I mean, as long as you don't get the neck tattoos. If you the day you shave your head bald and get more tattoos, then
you'll never get talked to again.
They're not approaching you then. But if you gotta
comb over.
Yeah, that's see. If you gotta comb over, you gotta comb over and a good smile. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh no, don't do that. Don't do that.
You're like gonna drive around a white van and shit.
Bald everywhere? Oh, bald everywhere. That's scary. No, you want to see that.
We'll clean the floors.
No, but something about that comb over, it makes you more approachable. That comb over is okay. That's a nice guy. You got a comb over, you know. But if you got a baldy with the tattoos, no, it's over. It's over. It's not happening. Like Eric, you know, not Janicki, the other Eric, the prank Eric. Like people, I mean, he's the nicest guy, but people find him intimidating just because he got the big beard with the baldy, and he's pretty tall, pretty big. So it's one of those things. All right, we got any bodybuilding news? Let me see if we got anything.
I was in Vegas for a week. I didn't
Oh
follow
shit!
shit.
You were you training the whole time?
I worked out at Torture Gym out there. I worked out on Christmas at LA or LAV no LVAC Las
Obviously.
Vegas. That's what I call it. Bro, that shit was busy as fuck on Christmas Day. What the fuck?
Really?
I'm not supposed to be here.
That might be the only gym I haven't I haven't been to.
Well, it's a
Um,
franchise, right? So there's multiple.
yeah, yeah.
Mm.
But I don't think I've been to any one of those gyms. I've been to the main ones. I've been to Dragon's Lair, obviously. Dragon Lair. Torture, I've been there once. I actually really like Torture.
I liked
And
it a lot, bro. So
yeah,
Ashley's family doesn't live far from it, so I went there like 3 out of the 4 workouts I did.
yeah, it's solid. And it's like it's quiet, is as quiet as you want it to be without it being creepy, without it being weird, you
Bro,
know?
they have the Smith machine, and on the bottom it has like this like compass looking thing.
Yeah.
So you can put the bench perfectly aligned with the bar.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
now you
yeah.
put the bench. Sometimes you bench it like this and shit. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was all the
but
time. That was
it's
all
like
the time.
it's like perfect. Like how I have it. They have it. So I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, that should be more common. That's like
Yeah,
a
for real.
no-brainer.
yeah. Torture is the perfect gym for like 30 plus bodybuilders because we like machines now, early on you're like, just give me some dumbbells and barbells. But when you start getting into the machines, the way that shit feels, you're like, yo, this
Mhm.
is this is nice. This is nice, so
That new
shout
tech,
out,
that new tech equipment, that's really good.
yeah. Shout out Torture Gym. Hook us up next time we come through.
Where you guys out of, by the way?
Huh?
Where you guys
LA,
live?
LA, LA.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
Man.
right. Never
Hey,
been.
why is the page not coming up? Bodybuilding without borders. What the fuck? Yo, dude, every time I get on the computer,
He
it's
blocked
weird,
you.
right? What the fuck?
Yeah, it
It's
was,
not coming up. Bodybuilding.
they just posted
Yeah.
bodybuilders.
It probably unfollowed them or something. What the fuck, bro? All right, let me refresh it.
It's bodybuilders without borders.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It is. But it should still come up.
Yeah,
What the fuck, bro?
they blocked
All right, let
your
me
He
ass.
see.
blocked you? Well, let me see.
Maybe.
They must be related to the people that you hit the car.
Oh, yeah, it's coming up for me.
I'm so confused.
Yeah,
Why isn't it coming out? This isn't it. This is
that's
body.
not it. No,
This is body
the,
underscore.
the background's like white and black, or it says bodybuilders.
Let me see if Bison tries some. What the fuck, bro? Oh, okay. All right, look. Sulio. You know when I get on the computer, it acts up. Look, see, it said I'm not following Sulios. You see what I'm saying? There's something about the
Oh,
Oh,
computer.
yeah.
It happens every time. Last time it had me not following Nick Walker. I'm like, Nick, if you're watching this, I didn't follow. I'm not I'm not one of those people, man. I don't. All right, let's see. Oh, look, we got our boys right here up front of personal. But did anybody? Uh, let me
This Carl's
see.
doing it right there. It looks freaky,
Yeah,
man.
he looks insane. He looks insane.
I sent that to the group chat, bro. I couldn't believe he was like that.
People thought it was Photoshop, so Patrick Tour posted the video, and it looked exactly the same, down to the lighting.
I know
It wasn't.
I knew this what he looked like.
Yeah, yeah, but like you would think you would know Carlos actually looks like this. I mean, if you follow the sport, you should know that Carlos looks like. I
yeah.
mean, that's how he looks.
I
So,
didn't know how. I spectated at New York Pro earlier this year, and
uh-huh,
I didn't know who he was, but I just saw him walk by me. I was like,
uh-huh.
I saw his legs. He had on shorts. And I was just like, immediately taken back. I was like, who is that guy right there? Why is his legs are massive? He's
Yeah,
huge in person.
he looks insane. He looks insane.
Yeah,
One of those people, but like the nicest guy in the world too. He's
yeah. I
he's
didn't get a
one of
chance to
those
talk to him.
he's one of those people that you want to see them win.
Okay.
There you go, Stu.
Stu looks fucking huge too.
Yeah, Stu looks big. All right.
He's one of the first actual bodybuilders that I've ever seen, and yeah, he's massive.
Where did you see him?
I saw him last year when I went to Nationals. I saw him at Destination Dallas just working out, and I was like, I wanted to ask him, what do you do? Like, because I didn't know who he was either. I'm so new to this bodybuilding stuff. I didn't know who he was, and yeah, I was just I was too intimidated to like ask him for like advice and stuff. But yeah, he's huge. His hands too. When you shake his hand,
Yeah.
it's like you're shaking like a baseball glove or something.
He definitely got those paws. He got the paws.
Yeah.
Is this recent? Oh, this is recent. Oh, he looks good. He looks real good. Shout out Quit. We got to get him back on too.
He's still by himself, right?
Yeah, he's doing his own thing. Doing his own thing.
Yep.
I mean, as far as off season, there's actually a lot of bodybuilders that do that. A lot of people don't know. Like Brett always did his own off season. Brett doesn't actually. He never actually worked with Matt in the off season. He did his own thing. I mean, once you know how much food you need and you're not scared to eat the food, I mean, off season is it's an eating contest, right? It's not much to.
Yeah, you guys didn't see what I was eating when I got on the podcast, huh? I just got off the plane and I didn't have no food ready, but I have a Pop-Tart stash. So I had 2 packets of Pop-Tarts and a fucking protein shake.
There you go. Hey, okay. Once the calories get high enough,
it is what it is, bro.
what I'll say is, in general, I don't actually believe it makes a difference. But when you only have 100 carbs for the day, and then you blow it on Pop-Tarts, you're gonna feel like shit for the rest of the day because you're not gonna have any fucking food left, right? For me, I feel like that's really the difference. Besides, like, some of these carbs have a lot of fat in it, so if you want to have cookies instead of oatmeal, you have to factor in that you're also getting 20 grams of fat, right? But if we're just talking about if you have Fruit Loops instead of oatmeal, but you're having 1,000 carbs a day, bro, come on. I don't think there's any difference. I don't think you're gonna get fatter because you had sugar instead of oatmeal. Like the body doesn't work like that, right? Once you digest it, is all gonna be glycogen or glucose. I mean, that's it. There's no other thing it can be. Now, how it gets there is the thing. Like if they've added a bunch of fat, well, that's different. But it's just carbs, man. It's not. I don't think it's that deep, honestly.
No, it gets the job done.
Exactly.
I would never do that on prep.
No.
But then again, I would be in Vegas for 6 days.
But granted, there's coaches that leave. You know how you have the pre-workout Rice Krispie or Pop-Tarts? There's coaches that leave that in the entire prep till show day, and their guys are like Chris Aceto sometimes leaves in a muffin, like literally every single day. But it's like you're in shape or you're not in shape, right? That's not for everybody. I know for me, that's gonna make me start craving shit.
Oh yeah.
So for me, I wouldn't want to do that just because of that. But I don't believe having a muffin once a day is gonna like make you fat. If you're in a deficit, you're in a deficit, right? One of those things.
Yep, I agree.
I've heard Chris having people on burger and fries every 2-3 days, and they're peeled, but. You gotta know who you fucking.
That would be nice.
That'd be real nice. Actually, Derek.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
Oh yeah. As far as cravings.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Like I don't even keep anything anything that I like remotely in the house. I get rid of it all. Because I will fall back into a hole where I just start craving. I just start eating my way. Yeah.
100%. I won't even do peanut butter. Let's say my coach asks,
dude, I'm telling you,
I can't. If my coach asks me like, "Hey, let's add peanut butter for this meal," I'll probably ask, "Can we do a different fat sauce?" Because what happens is like, I'll go. Let me get a teaspoon, and I'm like, That wasn't a full teaspoon.
That's exactly what I have to go through.
Let me next time I'll weigh it though, but let me just get this full teaspoon, Or like, oh, you know what? I I had the chicken meal instead of the beef meal. So let me go ahead and have another fucking teaspoon of peanut butter.
Yeah,
So
it's
I rather
bad.
stay away. I rather stay away from peanut butter. You
It's
know,
bad.
there was this girl. I don't remember what girl it was, but I was watching Muscle and Strength. I think it's called Muscle and Strength. They do like the food things,
Yeah.
and she was like, she only buys the peanut butter single serving, and I'm like, why would you waste your money on single serving? Now I get it. I know why she did that.
Hmm.
She
Hmm.
didn't want to open up that fucking. You know, she knew what she was doing because she knows what's gonna happen if she gets the whole thing. So you
You got the
gotta.
honey. You mix the honey with the peanut butter. Oh
Oh yeah,
man,
yeah, yeah.
I hate peanut butter. I don't eat peanut butter, but just in prep, like everything tastes good.
That's the
You know,
thing.
and peanut butter is like the only thing that you have. You know,
Yeah,
that
it's like
tastes.
the most boring you keep, the more boring you keep it. This year there was no cheat meals or anything, and honestly, I just stopped craving shit. I just lost my craving. Even
Yeah.
post show where I had the pancakes and shit. I'm like, it's cool, but it wasn't.
Mm.
I wasn't that hyped about it because I wasn't getting that fix all the time. So sometimes there's a benefit in that. All right,
But
let's see.
Justin gave me a cheat meal 4 weeks out from the Cal
Oh,
Pro,
yeah, yeah,
and I was like stressed on what the fuck I was going to use it on because he gave me like a calorie amount to do. So I went down to the fucking wire and I fit as much food as I could, and then it came down to like, oh man, I have room for like a donut, right,
yeah, yeah.
for dessert. And then I was looking at the donut shop, and they had this one donut I wanted, but then they had these apple fritters like this big.
You see what I
And
mean?
Oh.
I was like, I don't give a
Yeah.
fuck. I'm getting fritter on the other donut. Fuck it. I
Yeah,
gotta get both.
you know.
It's
So
bad.
sometimes, like me and Justin never even had this conversation, but I feel like he figured it out because he used to give me cheat meals. Like I want to say that was my first prep with him. He would give me a burger and fries, and then I would be like, "Hey, does it matter what burger fries?" He'd be like, keep it in whatever calorie range he gave me." Come on, man! I didn't count no damn. I didn't count no damn calories. Like,
Come
get the
on,
fuck, come on, man. So I go to Five Guys, and you know how they give you the fries, right? So I
yeah.
made sure I had all them fucking fries, bro. And I had the works on it. I didn't even ask him, is it okay to get cheese, double cheese, motherfucker, double patty,
Mhm.
double everything. So he probably figured it out that, okay, this guy, either he reacts really bad from the cheat meals or he's
Mhm.
overindulging on his burger and fries. So then he just stopped giving me cheat meals. You know,
Yeah.
he won't, instead of calling you out, he just takes notes. He knows what the fuck you're doing. He just doesn't
Yeah.
see a point to go because a lot of people I'll figure this out too. A lot of people they'll lie and they'll tell you later. Okay, I'll tell you the truth. I was cheating on my diet. Yeah, I know you was cheating on your diet, but I also know you was lying about it. You know, so instead of going back and forth, he just takes a note. This motherfucker either cheating or this is not for him. So I'm gonna just cut this shit out. You know.
Mhm.
All right. Let's see. Yeah, me and Justin, we don't as far we communicate more as friends than we do as coach client. As a client, I don't ask any questions. I don't really say anything. I don't I don't tell them how I feel. I don't tell them my mood or my. I just look at it and that's it. I don't say anything. As a friend, I ask him how he's doing and we have conversations. But coach client relationship, I'm like old school. I don't talk much. I just in prep. I'm not really a talker. All right,
Same here.
let's see. So speaking of coaching, Curry is not going to Kuwait, and he's working with Justin Harris this year. Do you guys think this to be a good outcome or not as
At
good
this
of an
point,
outcome?
I don't think anything will hurt.
Yeah, yeah. He's on the tail end, right? So it's like I feel like he's looking at it as he might as well enjoy it because whether he goes to Kuwait or not is not going to put him back into like the top two, right? So it's like you might as well spend time with your wife and kids. You know, like well, what's the trade off? Go to Kuwait and then maybe move up one placing. I don't think he cares about one or two placings at this point, right? Uh,
I honestly thought he was going to retire after this one.
I thought so.
That's what I thought
I
too.
mean,
I thought he did.
Well, like I thought so too, but not because of his look. Cause I thought he looked just as good at the Olympia. I just think everybody else got better. Like
That's right.
when I was watching the Olympia, honestly, did he look any worse to you than the last three years? He looked just if anything, low key, his legs look bigger to me. I don't know if that's just in my head, but it still wasn't.
The competition's just that fucking good now.
Okay, think about this, right? Hunter Labrada was fourth at the Olympia. Hunter is night and day better. Better condition, better posing, better back, better everything, better glutes. And he's still moving back in placing, right? He hasn't beat that fourth place, but his physique is way ahead of that fourth place physique. That tells you a lot. That tells you a lot. So I mean, you can say that for a lot of people. I could say Andrew. I could say Andrew is way better than he was 2 years ago, but he's in the same placing. Not so it's like it's not for lack of effort. It's just everybody else is that much better. So if you look the same, you will drop back far. If you look better, you still drop back. So for you to move up, you have to. I don't know what the fuck you have to do at this point.
You can't maintain the same physique. You have to improve year over year.
Exactly. So anybody who doesn't think bodybuilding is competitive right now, or guys aren't the biggest and hardest they've ever been, then I don't think you're being fair, because this is
delusional.
yeah.
100%.
Right. I'll be keeping my So I think I wouldn't assume he would look much worse, and if he looks a little bit worse, I don't think it matters at this point. At this point, I feel like you're competing because you love it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Shout out to Karen. Mm-hmm. Hey, you guys know this guy, Joe. What's his last name?
I know of him.
I've seen him a couple of times.
Okay, so I don't want to be rude pointing this out, but does his quads ever look funky to y'all?
Like, well, they're huge.
You tell me. Do you feel like his quads ever look funky?
The details not there, but that just might be because he's deep in prep.
Okay.
I mean, in the off season, but I'm not sure. I mean, the size is there, the detail, not so much.
The shape of it always looks strange to me, but it's consistent. It never looks different, right? So because I remember he posted a video or picture before, and all the comments were like, he has like synthol in his quads, right? The fans use that term a lot. I don't think they understand. Listen, first, you got to pin gear somewhere, so you could literally. I mean, the gear has to go somewhere. So if you pin your quads with gear, it is what it is. But what I'll say is it always looks the same. So I definitely don't think it's synthol. I mean, he could pin his gear in his quads, which could maybe be why sometimes it looks a little inflamed. Like the shape, the sweep looks a little strange because it's so far and it's kind of high, maybe. But people have different shaped quads, and it's consistently shaping like that. So I do think it looks sus sometimes, but I don't think it is sus. I think his quads is just uniquely shaped, So that's something I noticed. But yeah, but this is the thing about comments, because now my eyes keep going there every time I see him, and I'm like, damn, yeah. But yeah, it's consistent.
They don't look unnaturally big. They're huge, but they don't look like abnormal to me.
That's what I think. They don't look abnormal to me.
Yeah. And also his lower body grew a lot, which but it grew overall. It wasn't like only his sweep grew, right, in a specific spot. His legs grew in general,
Yeah.
So I think he just has weird. Like if you look at Dennis Wolf quads, his sweeps was so crazy that if it was nowadays, people probably would accuse him just because he had insane sweeps on his quads.
In that picture that you're on right now, they do look a little weird, but I
Which
just
one?
think this. Go down, go back. That one that you're on right
This
now.
one?
No, yeah,
Yep.
it's
Yeah,
just the
yeah,
view.
yeah. But it's like
Yeah,
it is even though, right? It's not like bloop. You know?
yeah, I'm saying it looks. I was gonna say natural. That's not natural. But
Well,
it looks real.
that's like Tornio squads, right? It consistently looks the same shape. His sweeps
Yeah.
are kind of crazy, but it's consistently like that. You know, I think for him, it's more the separation is why he gets that accusation sometimes. But motherfucker, sometimes some people don't got it about it. Is what Ronnie didn't really have quad separation. Phil didn't have. I mean, Phil's was quad peeled, but it wasn't. He didn't. Phil didn't have Jay Cutler detailing his quads, but Phil was actually leaner than Cutler,
Yeah.
right? So it's like it's genetic. A lot of it is genetic, you know. So it's one of those things.
Do people even do? I don't think people do synthol anymore.
Like
No one.
actual synthol, I don't think anybody does. I don't even know if you can. Oh, I'm sure you can get synthol, but I don't think anybody does actual synthol. I think
Yeah.
people do different SEOs, maybe milder ones like painless pumps, you know. But
But not real simple.
no, I don't think that's a thing. I don't think that's a thing. I think that was a thing a long time ago. Even the people that used to be accused of it, they did like like Flex and Kevin did Essiclean. I don't know if they actually did synthol. You know, you know who did do synthol? I just saw. I saw this post. Let me see. You guys know Ernie Taylor? You see his
I'm
triceps?
familiar.
Yeah, yeah.
That's insane.
I don't know how
That's
you think that looks good, man.
I remember Dorian was like, bro, he's always had big triceps, and I'm like, yeah, I believe you. It looks like he's always had big triceps. He just added an extra 3 inches to it, which is the funny part is that he didn't need it because he did have big triceps already, right?
Oh,
That's
I can
how.
tell right there.
Yeah, that's wild. Yeah, like the last thing you want to do is add it to a body part that you already have a lot of. You know,
Yeah.
it's like Marcus Rule's biceps, right? Marcus already had huge biceps, and it looked like he added more to it. Right? I think that's when it looks more sus. If you have no triceps and you add 3 inches to it, well, it probably doesn't look sus. It probably just looks like good triceps, you know. But that's wild.
Didn't
Yeah.
Milos do his biceps?
He did. He did. I feel like it looked good for a little bit, and then it started just it started to go to regress. It's one of those things. Anything in moderation, I think. Listen, a lot of people do SEOs. You know what it is that the ones you don't notice, it means they did a good job.
Mm-hmm.
Simple as that. You know, it's like we talk
I didn't
about
know.
anything else, huh?
I didn't know.
Yeah,
I thought that.
it's it's like plastic surgery, right? You think, oh, the plastic surgery looks horrible, and then somebody say, no, it's because the good ones you don't know they did it. So it doesn't know, you know.
But then
So
when you start taking gear for the first time, then you find out everybody else that's on it. You're like, the
yeah,
fuck?
yeah. I mean, you couldn't tell because the assumption you go to the gym, you look at Joe. Oh, Joe is on steroids. You don't realize the rest of the gym is on steroids too. They just don't look like it.
Mm-hmm. True.
That's
Yeah.
the truth. Like I go to zoo, right? And zoo is not necessarily a bodybuilder gym, but you can't call it hardcore. But there are hardcore people that go. But like they're all on steroids, whether they're the teenagers or the older people or the girls, they're all on it. You just couldn't leave me alone, man. You just could you just couldn't tell, you know. So that's one of those things that I think the misconception, you know. There's there's been a bunch of NBA players that failed drug tests. The fighters failed drug tests. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it is what it is. All right. You guys want to do a few questions?
Ooh, do it.
Hope he don't got to use the bathroom. This dude took a shit.
You're a dog.
Yeah, this dude took a shit right there the other day. He had like, I guess he had
Oh, hell no.
diarrhea. Yeah, he usually tries to warn me by saying that no. He usually tries to warn me. This dude, he's getting in the frame now. I think he's hungry.
What's the big boy?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Leave me alone, man. I mean, he says he want to be in a video, so I'm gonna show his big ass hat. Say what's up, Kay.
You can't be walking around with him because that's just double intimidation.
Yeah.
Yourself with the dog and the tattoos.
Yeah, he's getting hyper high. Let's do some questions.
Let's do it.
I think baby glasses balance him out. He looks like a swell gentleman.
All right.
Yeah, I used to wear glasses too.
No.
You got the surgery or what? Or contact?
Yeah, I ended up getting the LASIK done.
Okay.
But I regret it
because
people said that I look a lot smarter with glasses. So
you got LASIK?
They said you got to redo it every. Yeah, I did. Yeah, a few years ago.
Oh shit! Is it expensive if you get it done here or not really?
I got it done in. I went to Maryland to get it done because it was a little bit cheaper. Here in Massachusetts, it was $6,500. Maryland, it was $4,500.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah, so it's not bad at all. It was worth it to me. It took about a year to fully recover though. So.
Oh shit! Wait, so what do you do for a year?
I got to go to Maryland then.
Do you wear like?
Oh shit! You gonna pull the computer out? Like,
no. It's just No, it was just like at nighttime the glare would bother you a little bit. It doesn't bother you for like after like about a couple of weeks, but it's just like you just have a bunch of different vision quirks going on.
Do things look like? So like when you look at lights, to like the light spike and shit, all weird.
Yeah, it's kind of like let me see if I can compare it. Kind of like if you're like looking through like a foggy windshield, and you know how like the light is like dissipating.
Yeah.
It's just you just get like a weird glare off of all the lights off of lights, and it's hard to look at the sun. You have to wear sunglasses. So to get like completely back to normal, like before you had LASIK, it takes about a year.
Oh wow!
Yeah. You don't wear glasses, do you?
No, I don't wear. No.
Okay.
Do they have?
I think it's worth it.
Do they have like payment plans for that? Can I put on layaway?
Yeah, you can do a payment plan.
Okay. I'm definitely gonna look into that.
Yeah, I'll send you the place that I went if you want to, if you need it.
Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Is your vision that bad, baby?
I feel like I'm so used to it that I would say no, but yeah, it probably it's pretty bad.
Because I've never seen you like squinting real hard and shit. Like Casey, that motherfucker needs glasses, bro.
Yeah. Okay. So
he used to be like this.
Well, let's say 1 to 10, 1 being blind, completely blind. I'm like at a 6.5.
What you said? 1 being completely blind?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like a 6.5. Yeah.
Oh no, that's like a C. That's like a C.
How thick are your glasses?
They're
like.
I mean, I don't know. It's like
yeah.
I can be on my phone all day without glasses, which is when it gets late, my vision gets a little worse. If I'm driving at night, I need glasses. If I'm driving long distance at night, I need glasses. I can see everybody fine. If I'm at the gym, if you're kind of far, I might have a hard time recognizing you if you don't look different. But I only wear it when I'm working or driving late at night. That's about it. But
exact same for me.
I definitely would get LASIK though, because people who have gotten it told me that they thought their vision was decent until they got it. They realized they haven't been seeing shit.
Yep.
All right. Let's do some questions. Okay. Hey, do you guys cook your rice in a rice cooker or pot?
Rice cooker.
Microwave.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
You doing the frozen one or the or the package one?
No, that's I forget
Oh,
the
you cook it.
brand. It comes in a box. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Put it in the
okay,
microwave. Yeah, you put it water.
okay,
Put it in the
okay,
microwave.
okay. Trader Joe's has the frozen one, so I do that sometime. I always have that in case that I run out of rice, and if I'm in prep when I'm hungry or like when I'm ready to eat, I gotta eat. So if I don't have rice, I don't want to wait 15 minutes. So I'll have the frozen one in case. So oh fuck, I'm out of rice. So as I'm cooking it, I'll just heat up the frozen one.
Hmm.
I don't know. I mean, if you don't feel the muscle at all on a movement, does that mean it's working? It's still working to grow?
I think if you're doing the movement, no matter what, it's working something, just not to its max potential.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah.
You're not
Let's
connecting
say,
with the muscle. Sounds like.
yeah, like let's say if you're leg pressing a bunch of weight and you're doing like 3/4 of the reps, and then you don't feel your quads working. I mean, something had to lift the weight. So,
Yeah, so I'm saying like it may not be directed towards the muscle you want, but it's going to get a little bit of it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Now, if you're a beginner, I don't think it's a big deal. But if it's like, let's say, if it's one of us, let's say me or Joe, right? You're like, I want to bring in my quads. We're not gonna just press the whatever weight on the leg press and not care what we feel. We're gonna want to feel it exactly. Like let's say for Joe, I feel like you say you want to focus on your sweeps, so you're trying to feel it the most on your sweeps. Whereas for me, I'm
Yeah.
trying to kind of feel it in my teardrop and inner thigh area. So I usually go a little wider. I try to get deeper, shit like that. And then maybe for you, you don't go as deep, just because you want to actually
Yeah.
feel, So it's one of like with Robin Strand, people say, "Oh, why is he doing half reps?" And it's like, look how much his sweeps have grown though, So there's a
Time
reason
under
why he's
tension,
doing it that way, huh?
the time under tension on a specific part
Exactly.
of the muscle.
So this is something you worry about a little later on. But early on, I don't want to say it doesn't matter what lifts it, but I mean you ain't lifting it with your biceps, so you still your legs are lifting it, so something's gonna grow.
I don't know anybody that got like a good mind muscle connection on bench press when they first started. Like I didn't feel my chest. I know it's working. I didn't feel my chest.
I couldn't
Really?
tell you what I couldn't
Yeah,
tell you what I felt like for the first 5 years of training. I mean, I would get pumps. Don't get me wrong, but
yeah. It wouldn't be the same though. It's not the same as it is now.
no,
Okay.
no. If I was doing squats and leg presses, I was just getting a. I couldn't tell you where I was getting a pump. It was blood going somewhere. I don't know, but like for the most part, I didn't even care about that, bro. At that point, I just want to get strong. In my head, I'm like, I just
Yeah.
want to get strong at these movements from like 6 to 10 reps, and that
Yeah.
was about it. And that was about it. But in doing so, you still get a pump, but it's not so focused on what you feel as much as how you perform. At least to me at that point, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I did see Tofeek's training. You seem to really focus on the feel, right?
Yeah, yeah. I used to train like that, just throw the weights around and stuff. But
Okay, okay.
yeah, but now I'm focusing more on just feeling the muscle. Kind of like
Yeah,
what
For
yeah.
that
sure.
question, kind of like that
I'm glad
question
you
was
said that
struggling
though.
with. Yeah,
Exactly, me too. I'm glad he prefaced that that when I
Yeah.
started training, because a lot of people forget, right? A lot of people forget, and when they talk, they don't mention how they used to do it. You know,
I
like
feel like
right,
it's said
right.
almost every podcast, man. Like, it's always you see this person trying to be too perfect. Like, motherfucker, perfect doesn't exist in the beginning. Like,
it, it
just
doesn't.
move the shit. Like, didn't we talk about it? I think Ken was on one time. I was like, bro, I've seen a kid damn near break his back doing squats. So I'm like,
Yeah, bull.
I'm
I'm
fucking proud of you, bro.
I'm like, do your thing, because the opposite is like it only works that other way around, because you already understand intensity. You understand how to push your body. So then you go and you clean up the form, and then it makes sense.
Yes.
But you don't understand how to work hard yet because you haven't done it yet. So when you start doing that, and you haven't understood what even failure is, you don't know where to go, when to stop. So then you don't see those guys put on muscle quick because they don't understand training yet. You know what I'm saying? So you can't. I don't know. So it's a process that needs to happen the way it happens.
Train hard at first and then train smart later.
Exactly.
Pull all the muscles, break all the bones at first, recover, learn from that, and then come back, try again.
Ain't nobody carrying a quad tendon in the beginning, bro. I promise you.
No, it's not happening, bro.
It's not gonna happen.
I gotta be honest. I'm actually shocked that I didn't get injured in my 20s. Like I never got injured.
Me too.
I'm kind of shocked because mine was excessive. I mean, to some point, all of us was kind of excessive, but I feel like I really got out of hand a lot of times. But no injuries. I mean, your body can handle that.
I threw my back out a few times with squats and deadlifts.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what? Joe might be right. I think we were so reckless we didn't even consider injuries. Like, right? Because it would just be, but I'll be back in a couple weeks.
Yeah, I'll be fine. I'll be good.
No, I threw my back out. I was out for 2 years.
Oh, actually. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Damn.
I was walking like this for 2 years.
Damn.
Yeah.
He's like, I never got hurt.
Because if you ask me if I ever been injured, I would say no. But one time I was doing rows. I did 1 plate, barbell rows, 2 plates. I was like, it feels light today. I had some Anadrol in me. Oh, it feels light. I went straight to 4 plates. And this is like, we're talking about like 21 years old. I can't fucking row 24 plates with anywhere decent form. So I skip I skip like 200 pounds up. And then I go down, pull it, and then I felt some shit go on my back. I'm like, oh. So I go lay down for a couple seconds. Then I went to stand up and I couldn't stand up. And I'm like, oh. So at the time I had some pain pills on me. Don't ask me why I had pain pills on me at 21. But so they would pass me my bag and I took a couple pain pills and I was able to make it home. And then I didn't get out of my bed for like 3 days. But if you ask me, I've never been injured.
I tell you, once your back goes, bro, you're out the gym.
Yo, taking the shit, bro. I literally started fasting because I couldn't bear taking the shit.
Oh no!
I was like, I don't want to take a shit no more. I fucking give up. So
sneezing, man. Sneezing hurts so bad.
Holy shit! Yeah, you're right. Sneezing, coughing, all that stuff. I'm like, fuck. You know,
trying to put your boxers on in the morning.
Oh yeah, no boxers. You know. So it's funny. All that being said, because I didn't get it diagnosed to know what happened to my back, I just say I never been injured. You know, I'm fine. Who knows what the fuck happened to my back? Till this day, I could have 3 bulging dicks. I don't know.
3 bulging dicks. I know that was not. I know
bulging dick action. I got bulging dick.
The podcast too long.
3 bulging dicks in your back.
That's gonna be the title of the podcast. 3 bulging dicks.
Oh man, that's hilarious. But low key, like, we don't actually know what that even means to our bodies. Like, what actually happened? Is it permanent? Who knows? You know, is your back okay? I don't know, but you feel okay. So back to business.
Yeah.
You know,
it's crazy because that happens to all of us, right? Some people actually get herniated discs and shit, though.
Yeah.
Like, luckily, all those injuries that I got were minor. None of them were like I was just popping out of my back and shit, like nothing like that.
One time, I was like, I had to be like 19, and once again, I'm incline benching 3 plates. At 19, can I really incline 3 plates? Probably not.
I don't know. No.
So I mean, I was, but the form was shitty, bro. So I'm going down doing all this shit, and I hear like a snip, like Velcro. I'm like, whoa. and like it. And
Oh
I'm like,
no!
well, I feel fine. And I finished the workout, but it was burning, but it didn't hurt. It was like a burn. But like the next day, I couldn't sleep because even if I lay on the side, it was just felt like acid. And then I wait a couple of weeks, train chest again, and I was good. And then I noticed later on, like 3-4 years later, I have one chest like bigger than the other. It's like one is like shorter, one is like longer, and they're different sizes. You probably never noticed because I don't. I mean,
Mine is noticeable when I'm shredded. I don't know when it happened, but I had shoulder injuries in the past.
That's what happened. Yeah.
And one of my pecs when I do most muscular, it's like crazy, like lined out and shredded, and the other one's more massive.
Exactly.
It's
That
more
happens.
detailed, and the other one's like kind of detailed.
What,
It's the one that's super detailed. It's not. It's not big.
to go even further, one side of the chest it connects into the shoulder, like it's one muscle. Like okay, this one has a line, and then one is like more connected. You see, this is like there's no line. It's connected. So this side that is connected, I have like a upper chest shelf, and this one is like flatter. So
You have to really look.
Wow.
If you ever bench press or a Smith press in front of a mirror, you can see like one
Exactly.
titty's like higher than the other. You're like, oh.
Exactly. So I notice it when I'm in shape. If I'm in shape and I hit a most muscular, I'm like, whoa, there it goes. I see it. So it's one of those things. What happened? It probably was a tear. I mean, if you hear Velcro, it's probably a tear.
Yep.
It wasn't enough. It wasn't like a detachment. It was probably like some fibers teared apart. Who the fuck knows? Same for the bicep. Most people have one peak bigger than the other, but for me, I remember it being almost even. But one time, I was doing muscle ups. I actually saw Larry hit a muscle up, but this
You
was
can do
this is
muscle?
not now, but
No, back
at
then.
that time, yeah, at that time. So, I mean, I didn't know I can do it, but like I said, I saw Larry do it. I'm like, I mean, Larry's strong, but I'm like, that's a big dude. If Larry could do it, I could do it. So I tried, and I hit one. I was like, oh shit, I could do it. Oh, yo, get it on video. Let me get it on video. So I go pull it once again, Velcro slap. I said, oh man. Granted, I was like, I was like 3 days out from a show. Why are you doing muscle ups, bro?
Oh,
But I figured, I mean, this is the best time to do it because I'm light, but I'm also lean.
Right.
on the Cal Pro stage, we're hitting our mandatories,
Uh-oh.
and it wasn't even me. It was Paul. Paul hit his most muscular, and he fucking pops him in his shoulder on stage
Oh what?
because he was so dry. So he was like,
Paul.
Wait,
Paul tore some fibers on his trap area.
Oh
no,
wow.
it was somewhere in his shoulder. Because you know how he comes up like Rolly? He goes
He
that.
kind of
Like, what?
That's horrible.
He's like,
That's
"Don't let him
insane.
drop my shoulder."
You gotta play it off and everything.
Yeah, you got to keep it moving, bro. You gotta keep it. Oh,
What did you do?
huh?
What did he do? He was like, ah, or he just
No, he just played it off. Like he just going like that, like trying to fucking take it off.
Keep going, yeah. If something happened on stage, you just act like nothing happened. One time, I caught like an ab cramp, and it was hard.
Yeah.
But I just kept going.
I can play that off. I think I walk it off, bro. I don't think so.
Walk right off.
Because what can you do? You can't stretch it out on stage because you can't go like this because then it's gonna draw attention to it. So I'm like, I hope nobody saw that. One of my boys that get off stage, I'm like, bro, I saw that cramp from all the way back there. Like, bro, I saw you the I'm like, bro, you saw it? He's like, yeah, motherfucker, this shit just popped the fuck out. I'm like, damn.
I think that happened to Rolly in one of his shows. You see it? Like,
for sure, happy.
That's horrible.
I don't know how do you play that off, bro? I'm a bitch when it comes to that. Like,
Me too.
It's bad. If it's bad enough, one of my clients he caught a cramp in his quad, then his hamstring on stage, and I'm pretty sure they disqualified him because he was the biggest, hardest guy on stage, and he ended up taking fourth. So I'm pretty okay. You know why the guy had the expediter bought him fucking Pedialyte while you're on stage. Once the expediter brings you a cup of Pedialyte, you disqualified.
You're done.
Imagine you see fucking Samson like and then if somebody brings some Pedialyte like here Samson, take some Pedialyte. They're like, this is over. It's over.
They go on, champ.
Well, me, I'll be like, yo, still stay back there. Don't give me no fucking Pedialyte. Let me crap the fuck up on stage. I'm not taking no Pedialyte. I'm gonna go down swinging. I'm gonna see beside my house. I'm like, nope, don't take a step closer. I'm gonna go down swinging. Don't bring me no Pedialyte. You know, but it's funny because I didn't actually catch what was happening. I saw his posing is not the best, but it looked horrible. I'm like, why is he posing so bad? And then I saw the guy bring in Pedialyte. I was like, oh fuck, he cramped up. But I wouldn't have been able to tell if the guy didn't bring him the Pedialyte. You know, so I'm like, oh man, bro. You know, it's craziness.
That's the worst. Is the ham and the quad cramps where you can't stretch it either way. Stretch it out either way.
One time I had it might have been both, but it was kind of mild. It was kind of mild. So I tried posing with the opposite leg, and that's when I realized that I don't know how to pose on my left side.
There was my boy when we were in high school. It was our senior year, and this motherfucker got a calf cramp, and he fell to the floor, and he was like, "Fuck!" And then his other calf cramp in the middle of the game.
Oh no!
And my coach was yelling at him. He's like, "Get up, you fucking idiot!" He's like, "I can't fucking walk. You just get your ass on the field." And
that shit makes me.
He starts rolling off the field.
Oh, horrible.
That shit would make me nervous. Once you have especially as a bodybuilder, if you catch a cramp and then another body part catch a cramp, you better call somebody. You better call somebody.
Call an ambulance.
Somebody call an ambulance, bro. It's because you don't wait till you get that third cramp, because that third cramp might be your fucking heart might catch the fucking third cramp. You know, if I go oh fuck and I catch another one, I'm like, yo, Joe. You get somebody, bro. Joe, get somebody.
Get the Pedialyte.
Yeah, bring it down. Yeah, come over. Where the Pedialyte now, motherfucker? Bring that Pedialyte. Somebody, bro. But see, this is the dangerous part about bodybuilding. Imagine you at the USA's, right? Or Joe, you at the USA's. 20. What year was that? 2022? 2023.
23.
They're like, number 21, Joe Palacios, come to the middle. You stand in the center. Yeah, let's go, mother,fucker. Boom. Catch a cramp. Oh, boom, catch it. What you going to do? Are you going to be like, yo, bring the Pedialyte? Or are you going to be like, fuck this. I'm going down.
I'm going down.
Exactly. You know, so, like, yo, let's be real. Let's be real. If it's a low...
And then my abs cramp, I'm going to do one of these, bro.
You see what I'm getting at? Hey, if it's a local show and you on the end of the left, you're gonna be like, yo, bring the Pedialyte. But if you dead center at Nationals, bro, Tofeek, you at Nationals 2024, number one, come to the center. Yeah, let's go. Boom. Let's be real, Tofeek. You're not going nowhere. You're gonna be like,
it depends on where it's at. If it's in the abs, I'm probably gonna have to drop. I'm gonna have to drop.
If it's in his squat, if he's squat, you can do it outside.
Hey, if my ab cramp, I'm gonna try to pull a fucking vacuum, bro. Just stand and relax, pull a vacuum. Yeah, it's my house. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
If it's a leg, it might actually help bring in the detail because I was having trouble with the detail. So I would hope that my legs would cramp, my quad would cramp a little bit.
Yeah, bro.
You should have told my quad cramp a little
bit. Once you get. But like I feel like on the Olympia level you have a little more leeway because if you pay attention they'll be like back in line, don't go nowhere, and then you'll see the motherfucker literally step backstage and do something and come back. I'm like, hey, he said don't go nowhere. They don't give at that point they gotta do. They'll go pat down and shit. So at that point, if you're at USA's, it's risky because they don't know you like that. So if you walk backstage, they might be like, where the fuck you going? All right, stay back there, So I'll be a little more nervous, But at the pro Olympia level, if you're a top guy, walk off there, walk backstage. Yeah, you go home, get a fucking lemon, come back,
Bro, the weirdest thing is being a pro. There's two things.
Mm-hmm.
No, like there's no set timer on your first presentation. No, they show everybody.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh
There's no
wow, I
time
didn't know
limit
that.
on that. There's no time limit, and then when you're off to the side, when you're losing, like you don't got to do this shit. You just like
Yeah. It's funny. It's funny you say that because I see
Oh
motherfuckers like this. Motherfuckers be like this.
yeah,
They
yeah, I
be
exactly.
mean
chilling. Some people
you're
be
already
into it.
you're
Some
not.
people be like, "Yeah, come on." Some motherfuckers be like, "Yeah, let's go." I'm like, "Don't shit out. Don't shit out loud, bro."
Yeah. I'm not that excited to lose.
Yeah, don't shit out loud. Oh man, yeah, but no time limit. Oh shit, that's beautiful. You know me. I like to move slow. I'm gonna take my time with that shit, bro. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I remember talking to Paul about it backstage. We were watching, right? And I was like, "Hey, man, they're just letting him go." So I was like,
yeah, yeah.
"You don't need to rush your shit. You can show them everything you got."
Did anybody notice Keon at the Olympia? He took his time, bro. He took all the time,
Mm.
but you know what?
See?
With a physique that dramatic, yeah, take that time because you bring it, motherfucker, milk that shit. He was taking his time, bro. He was standing there. He'd be like, yeah. He would hit
Put a
the
show on.
quarter. He'd be like, yeah, motherfucker, you see it. I'm like, yeah, we see it. we see it, boy.
Yes, we do.
All right, let's do a couple more. Um, how to wait. How to approach training. I lost it again. How to approach training when sick. This is Alyssa, by the way. She couldn't do the podcast today. She's not feeling well. How to approach training whilst when sick. Cardio, train, or rest.
I think it depends on the level of sickness, to be honest.
Me too.
Like
Me too.
if I have body aches, I'm not training.
No, I'm not
If
either.
I have like a cough, I'm gonna be in that bitch.
Yeah, yeah.
Even a
Shit.
sore throat. If I can eat or whatever, as long as I can eat and my body doesn't hurt, I'm gonna train sick. But if I'm having body aches, I can't eat, I think it's dumb to train sick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I mean, uh-huh.
I think you should do something. Most of the gyms that I go to, they usually have a sauna. So I usually, if I'm feeling sick, where I can't work out, I at least hit the sauna.
Okay, okay.
Just do something, get in the gym. You know.
When you guys were in like your mid-20s, right? Let's say, was it different? Was it a different answer?
No, it's always been the same for me. Like I always
Oh
worked
yeah,
out sick unless it was like I'm in my bed kind of sick.
bro. When I was in my 20s, I would show up to the gym no matter. It was like I had a on it didn't make sense, but like I loved training itself so much that if I didn't train, I felt like I was gonna lose my shit. So I would go to the gym so fucking sick, and it's stupid because half the strength, like you said, food, I can't fucking eat. Like I'm so sick, I'm eating one meal a day. Why would you go to the gym? If anything, I'm losing muscle, right? I mean, let's be real. But just in my brain at the time, it wasn't because I wanted to get big. I just wanted to train, just because I was just bored being home. But
Yeah.
I would recommend it. I think that's sending you backwards, personally. So I would agree with Joe and say I'll go by Phil. This year I haven't been sick in years. This year I got sick twice and I have respiratory issues. So the first one, usually when I get sick, it's pretty bad. The first one, I didn't even think about it. Once I felt that sore throat and I start coughing, and then you feel, like you said, body aches, you just feel tired. You stand up, you want to sit down. I'm not going nowhere, bro. I didn't go anywhere. I didn't even eat. Usually, I'm like, let me try to force a meal. I'm like, my body is telling me, don't allocate any resources to anything besides getting better. Took a bunch
Mhm.
of vitamin C, didn't eat, didn't move, didn't talk, didn't text. Just fucking laid there. Vegetable. And I got better really fast because of that. Instead of it taking for me sometimes 7-10 days, I was better in like 3 days.
Yeah.
And then towards the end, it's like I'm still coughing, I'm still congested, but I feel fine. Yeah, then I go to the
Yeah.
gym.
That's what I'm saying. Like if your body can physically get up and like it's not aching, like literally, like you could get a pump still. Not
Yeah,
even a pump. It's like your body doesn't hurt when you do a fucking movement. Like I feel like
yeah,
you're
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
okay. Like,
Well,
So
okay.
have energy.
So
mm-hmm.
now I'm gonna make the question harder. If you, what if you get sick, really sick? Ah, my body aches everything, but you're 8 weeks out.
Oh man,
I'm gonna be
take the day
honest.
off.
Well, to be honest, so this isn't the same, I guess. But I got diagnosed with like really fucking bad vertigo. Like I couldn't walk. Like I literally couldn't stand up for that long. When I was
When?
getting ready for my very first show, my very
Mm,
first show in 2020, and
mm,
they actually hospitalized me because it was so bad. They wanted to make sure it wasn't like something in my brain or my heart.
damn.
Um, and I was in the hospital for 2 days, and I was 7 weeks out.
Oh
And
shit.
yeah, so I was living on hospital food for 2 days. And when I got out, I was able to walk again, but my head would still be kind of weird. But I was able to train, and I didn't pull out of the show. So
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
I feel
it's
like 8 weeks
kind
out is
similar
yeah.
of time.
I feel like 8 weeks out is still like enough time that you can have a setback and still recover and still
Hmm.
uh
For sure.
yeah still
Mo- I feel like most of us have been competing long enough that we're not gonna cut it. So we're not gonna cut it too close. We're gonna try to be ahead. So 8 weeks out, if I'm really sick, I would take probably max maybe 3-4 days off, if that. More than likely, maybe three. I would cut it at that, and
mm,
just keep it moving. I mean, you'll be able. I mean, it's happened to me. I've been sick, like let me say, it was maybe like 7 weeks out, and I took like 3 days off. I actually had COVID. I
mm,
forgot what year this was. Maybe 2021, maybe 2020, something like that. Maybe 2021. And then I actually had COVID. And then all that happened was I stayed at home, ate like 2 meals a day, and I just got leaner. Honestly, I just got drier and leaner. Now if this happened 3 weeks out, then I might just have to keep doing my cardio
Well, bro,
at that point.
remember Brandon Curry, like fucking 2 days
Shit,
before the Olympia went to the
two,
hospital or some shit,
2 days out. Yeah, yeah,
and he
yeah.
still fucking placed in the top five in the world.
mm,
Yeah, I think he got fourth. I think
I think he got
he
fourth.
beat Andrew. Yeah,
Yeah, so you don't know
that's
what you're capable of. Like I think you just got to kind of play it by ear at that point.
yeah,
If
yeah.
you if you
yep,
if you look like shit, fuck it, don't do it. But if you're like kind of in it still, like okay, fuck.
I agree. I
Think about how
agree.
much
yeah,
money he won. If he got fourth,
That's
you still want
true.
a
That's
good
true.
amount of money.
And
yeah,
like it depends what we're talking about too. If this is a local qualifier show, you don't need this one particular show so bad. But if it's a national show and you're in the mix, you don't. It's not like you have unlimited national shows to choose from. So you get ready for nationals, you might not have another chance till the fucking following USA's. So at that point, you're gonna have to just suck it up and see what's up. Same way. Obviously, you get ready for the Olympia or Pro Show. You might have to suck it up because it's just the stakes are a bit higher. This is at that point, it's your career. So you might have to just show up and see what's up. See what's up.
well,
Yeah.
no,
Well,
that
I think we talked about that when it happened to Nick Walker. We don't know what he looked like because we didn't see the pictures or anything like that. But a lot of us were thinking like, shit, I'll show up anyway, see what's up. But I mean, also if you've been top three though, you almost part of it is you might not want the judges to see you not looking like that guy. So I do get that, but I don't know. You might just need to just show up and people will
yeah,
understand. Okay, this was he got sixth place, but we get it. He was something went wrong. Something went wrong.
yep.
It's,
Plus for the sponsors and all that stuff, all the you know
well,
they're expecting him to compete.
unfortunately for him, the coach that fucked him up was a sponsor as well.
Oh, good.
Let me stop. That's fucked up. But yeah, Matt was sponsoring him and coaching him. So that's the unfortunate part, But you would hope that that your coach wouldn't even put you in that position to begin with.
Yeah,
But shout out Nick. I definitely
Yeah.
I was excited. He just followed me the other day.
Oh, dope! Hell yeah!
Yeah,
Nick is cool. He's not a man of many words, like texting wise, but he's super cool. I mean, he'll like if he likes you, he'll check up on you, make sure you're good. Like he's very genuine, very genuine person. Very genuine person.
Okay.
All right, let's do one more. What are you? I feel like bodybuilders are horrible horrible people for this question, but I'm asking anyways. What are your goals for 2025? Appreciate all you guys put out.
To be a dope ass dad.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Oh, you're dead. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm gonna be a dad in May.
there we go.
Oh,
Yeah.
congratulations.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, baby, by the way, this is exclusive.
Exclusive. Let's do it.
Yes, I proposed to Ashley on Christmas.
Oh shit!
I'm gonna be a whole ass husband now too.
Wow.
Did you guys didn't post it? I didn't see it. You didn't post anything.
No, not yet.
Okay.
I have the video, but I had
Fire.
her niece record it, so I can show you.
Good shit. Congrats, man. Congrats.
Yeah,
Thanks, yeah.
I like seeing
the
that.
family now.
I like seeing that. Like when you know good people, like on both sides, you like to see shit like that happen. You like to see shit like that happen, man. Good shit. I mean, it's like most of us we know what good people are. Like you can tell pretty early on if this. We can't predict the future, but you can tell pretty early on like this is a dope person. You know. You can kind of tell. I'm sure you probably knew that way before you proposed. You knew this was this is a candidate, like a really good candidate for that. I mean, shit. Yeah. No one knew you wouldn't have even been in a relationship with somebody that you didn't think was a candidate for that. You know. That's kind of how I think now. I don't even want to date somebody that I don't think could be a good mom and good wife. Doesn't mean it's going to happen. Huh?
That's the thing, you want a family, you want the woman to be like, this could be a good ass mom.
Exactly.
Like, so
facts.
Yeah. Like I said, it doesn't mean every girl you date that's gonna happen. But why even introduce yourself? If that's what you want, exactly what you want, why even put your time towards that, Which is what you guys were telling me on a podcast, but at the time, that wasn't where I was at.
I was going to bring that up. I remember me and Ken were trying to tell you.
I just wasn't there. I just wasn't there at the moment.
Yeah. I know.
You could tell at that point. I just wasn't there yet, But if that's important. If you're not there yet, don't force it because you're just gonna fuck up a good thing, right? Which if I mean, I've definitely done it in the past where I wasn't in that place yet, but I was still doing a relationship with somebody who has really good potential. So don't waste people's time neither. So if you ain't ready for that, then don't even pursue it.
Yeah.
What about? Did you answer the question, Tofeek? Or what's your goals? What was it? Goals for 2025.
Oh, goals 2025. Yeah. I'm doing a couple of big moves, life stuff this year in the beginning of the year. So I got to take some time to get that situated. But after that, yeah, just straight nothing but bodybuilding, bodybuilding. To put on as much weight as possible. What did they mean, bodybuilding wise, or just in life, like in general?
Just in life.
Yeah,
either or. Yeah.
Yeah, just social media, increase my social media presence as much as possible. Build my online presence as much as possible. Bodybuilding. Pretty much it.
You know what I respect the most about my group of friends, as serious as y'all take bodybuilding, y'all take being a man even more serious than that. Just being a grown ass man, y'all take that more serious than bodybuilding because shit. If you don't got that, then what do you imagine if it's like, with all due respect, not to call him out, but let's say Sean Ray. Everybody always have to preface, as a bodybuilder, that was the man. But Come on, bro. Like you don't want that to be your shit. Oh, he was out of a bodybuilder,
I
but as a man, like who wants to
no.
hear some?
Remember I told you? I said, after the Cal Pro, it kind of hit me like shit. Like, yeah, you got the Olympia and stuff, but when it comes to bodybuilding, it's just
Yeah,
like that. That was it.
and
It's
that
like fuck. Yeah, you work so hard to become a pro, right? Then you
yeah,
realize, yeah, you're on the pro stage, but it's just like a higher level show that you've been doing. It's like, man, fuck,
Really?
like
facts.
it's
Yeah,
dope. It's dope. I'm not trying to take away from it, but it's really just that. Like, you just pose up there, you're doing the same things on a higher level. But it's like
Mm-hmm.
when you're done, like, who do you go home to? Like, what do you do? Like, dude, what the fuck
True.
you talked about after the show's over? Like, like what the fuck?
exactly.
And there's more to
Now,
bodybuilding. So I mean, as you see, like I started to work towards a family because I was like, well, fuck, I want my family to
exactly.
do this with me then because like there's time going
Smart.
by.
I mean, I actually heard Sean Ray talk about this himself. He was like, when he was chasing his career, he was like, he didn't have time for anything else. He said these relationships, he was like, "Fuck," or you're not gonna support me 100%. Fuck you. And he like that's how he was. And he was like, when I was done, I had nobody, nothing there. The fact that
Mm-hmm.
he admits that is important though. At least he's
Yep.
self aware enough to admit that, But he's right, Now, if you're young, you kind of get a pass. If you're 25 and you're like you don't fully know what it means to be a man yet, and you're like bodybuilding everything. That's my identity. That's all I have. That's that I understand because at some point most of us got into bodybuilding, possibly because we might have needed some kind of escape, or we didn't have a lot going on. Like I mean, let's be real. Like either we didn't have a lot going on, or we needed some escape. We needed something to focus on. So starting off, I get that, but eventually you still you gotta become a man at some point and understand that that's gonna come first.
Absolutely.
Who you are is always gonna come first, and then because as far as I go, if I don't respect you as a man, I don't give a fuck about anything. I don't care how much money you got. I don't care how big you are, how tough. I don't care about anything. If I don't respect you as a man, then I don't really give a fuck about anything else. And most people are like that. So
Yeah,
you know, and as bodybuilders, we have to understand that this shit is important to us. But on the grand scheme of the world, nobody gives a fuck. Nobody gives a fuck. Only we give a fuck, which is fine. But you have to understand that it doesn't mean anything when you go into the world that you won this show or you won that show. Nobody gives a fuck. So
Mm-hmm.
prioritize the shit that means everything, which is your family, your loved ones. That shit. That's the shit
Mm-hmm.
that's always gonna be there. Like we're not gonna be competing at 50, but it's like life is just starting. Mid-40, your life is just starting. So do you want what are you gonna have outside of that? Whatever that sport might be. What are you gonna have left after that? So that you definitely want to prioritize that. So that's just a message. If there's anybody young watching this, you got to understand that. Understand that. Oh, I actually got a DM. I'm not gonna read it verbatim actually, but let's say the guy is like whatever his age was. He was young. He's like, bodybuilding is my all, and there's this. I'm working for my brother or uncle, whatever his business, and I'm thinking about quitting it and focusing on bodybuilding. And I'm like, well, bodybuilding
right.
isn't a job. It's not a,
Nope.
so it's like, why do you have to quit a job to bodybuild? If you can't get the job done right now, like you haven't even competed. If you can't do a fucking local show while working a job, this is not it. This is not gonna happen. You can take it seriously right now. Has nothing to do with your job. How are you gonna pay for your gear and your food? Like what are we
Yeah, you
talking about
lose
here?
money doing bodybuilding. You don't actually make
Yeah.
money
So
until
where's the money coming from? So this idea that this is your life, you don't even know what life is. You have no idea what life is. So this can't be your life because you don't understand what life is to begin with. So that all that I think they say that because they think it's gonna sound hardcore. I'm like, yeah, you're so hardcore, and it's like there's nothing hardcore about that. That's just poor life decisions. You know what I'm saying? So don't quit this good job or whatever career this is. Continue to do that and continue to bodybuild. And also don't ask me about your potential because I didn't even look at his pictures because I don't really care what his potential is. That's irrelevant to the conversation. That's not for me to say. If I'm not a judge and it doesn't matter what I think about your physique, continue to do it, but continue being a grown ass man by working this good job, and don't take your blessings. We don't all have some brother that's gonna give us this great job. So count your blessings. I fucking wish I had that. I
But
would love
even
to.
the word potential, though, like the word potential, like potential is meaningless. Like
It doesn't matter.
if you're seeking validation for your potential already, you don't have the heart to do it anyways.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly. Like what am I supposed to tell you? Like, wow, you're gonna be Miss Olympia. Let's say even if you did have the potential or genetics to be Miss Olympia, doesn't mean shit. You might not even turn pro. You could have potential to be Miss Olympia and never even win a fucking local show. So it's like it doesn't matter. So first and foremost, keep the fucking job. Stop thinking this is some way that you're gonna blow up and make a bunch of money or whatever the case is. It's not. It's a hobby as of now. Continue to do it as a hobby, But doesn't mean bullshit. You can live like a pro bodybuilder and eat all the meals and do all that shit. But just treat it like a hobby as far as you're making your money and then you're doing this on the side. Simple as that. It's not very very complicated to understand that, but yeah, but that question tells me that you don't understand life or what it means to be a man, and you need to understand that first before trying to turn professional at something. That's what I think. So anyways, I think that's a wrap. Tofeek, thanks for coming
yes,
on.
sir.
Thanks for coming on, man. I appreciate you. And
No, thank you for having me. I'm trying to do a lot more of these interviews, and it's like like I said in the beginning, it's like sort of like a symbiotic relationship where people get to know who I am because my online presence isn't really that. I don't really have too much about me online, so yeah, this is a good opportunity for people to get to know me and see kind of get an idea of what my personality is like. So
Yeah, bro.
appreciate you having me on.
One thing that helped me and Paul was doing our own little YouTube, posting
Yep.
frequently, even going to different gyms in your local area, bro, because you stand out to people. People watch this and they'll recognize you and say, "Oh shit!" And so it just spreads like that. From my
Exactly.
experience.
Shit, I mean,
Yeah.
and this would be the perfect time to do it because I don't know if you're aware of this. You probably are, but everybody's talking about you. Every single podcast, they're all talking about you. So this would be the perfect time to put out. I mean, you wouldn't stop doing it later, but this would be a great time to put out the most content possible. Also, this time of year, people are absorbing consuming the most content. For December and January, people are consuming a lot of content. So that's actually the best time for you to put out a shit ton of content, and they're gonna watch it. I mean, it's like even for me, seeing your physique, I wanted to see what your training looked like. So I remember I looked through. I'm like, let me see how well he trains. Like, I'm curious because I'm like, with that kind of physique, I want to know what he's doing, And we all think like this. I mean, what is he? I wonder what does he eat? It has nothing to do with my diet, but I still want to know. I'm like, I want to see. Oh, he doesn't eat that much food.
I'm working on I'm working on putting a lot more content focus on that aspect of bodybuilding, like as far as training, what I do to train and my nutrition and all that stuff. Yeah, I think that will draw a lot of attention, and people will be pretty interested in that. So that's all coming.
Yeah.
It's all coming.
You've already drawn the attention. Now it's just keeping it and expanding it.
Exactly. And it's funny because you would think. I remember I used to think like, won't people get tired or bored of this shit? It's the same food, same workouts. But till this day, me and Joe, I know Joe personally. Till this day, he posted a chest workout. I'm like, let me see. It's funny because I pretty much know what you're gonna do, but I'm interested. I'm like, oh, okay. You're doing a Smith machine, okay. It doesn't get old. I don't know why, but it doesn't get old. Okay. He's okay. He kind of gets some jokes. Oh, he did the flies today. You see, he did the flies first this time. I saw that episode. Yeah.
Oh, you saw that episode?
I saw that episode. I'm like, you did the fly because somebody was on the Smith machine. Okay. I see. Yeah, I'm keeping up. I'm like, oh, okay. I don't know why, but it doesn't get old for whatever reason.
Yeah.
At least the people who love the sport, right? It doesn't get old to us. We don't have to see anything fancy. We just interested. Okay, I see what's going on. Okay, how much he weighs now? He's 287 now. Last week he was 285. Okay, I see you, Joe.
Are you guys in the same weight class?
Huh?
You guys in the same weight class? Wait,
back at you. But back at you, would say both super. Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I'm quite a bit taller than Joe, but we usually weigh about the same.
No, you got me.
So,
I'm
so
like
you're
35.
watching and making sure.
Yeah. Well,
Hey, you like
my,
305 now? You like 305?
yeah, but I'm just I'm just tall and fat. That's it. I'm just tall and fat. That's all that
I'm
is.
short and fat,
It's
bro.
that time of year.
and my hair weighs like 3 pounds. So you gotta subtract the 3 pounds.
All my weight's in my tits, bro.
And
It
my
ain't going nowhere.
my bulging dick weighs about 5 pounds. So.
You 3 bulging dicks.
I got
Oh, hell
three
no.
bulging dicks. That weighs about another 5 pounds. So you gotta minus that.
I'm glad I jumped on. I was tired as fuck.
Boy, it's funny because to this day I wake up like I want to do it, but you wake up. I'm not a morning person, bro. So I wake up
Yeah.
I gotta walk. I'm gonna walk the dog. I gotta feed him. Okay, now I gotta make this meal. Then I'm like, I fucking hope everybody cancels so I could just go back to sleep.
Well, I was literally, I swear to God, look, I just added up my little pillows and shit. And I was gonna lay the fuck down, and I went to put my phone on the charger and it said, "Ding!" I was like, "Oh fuck!"
Yeah, you see, but it never felt. Every time I jump on, I always end up feeling better. Even on prep, I would be like, "Oh my god, fuck! This is the day. This is the day. I'm gonna have to cancel the podcast. Like, there's no way." And then I'll go on. I'm like, you know what? I actually feel kind of better. So it's just one of those things. I'm gonna make sure I just always make the effort to do it, even when I don't want to do it, bro.
It's like a gym.
Huh?
It's like a gym. Like, you don't feel
Exactly.
like going to the gym, and then you go to the gym and you feel good that you did it.
Sometimes you have a great workout. Some of the days where I'm like, I really don't want to work out.
Oh yeah.
I have a great workout. I think this year, Joe, we went until like the last week, right? I think we shot all the way until the podcast, right? Until I think I only missed the last week of
For your
prep.
show?
Yeah, right. I want to say.
I did the last 2 weeks. I think it was 2 weeks till you called it.
Okay, yeah, yeah. So I mean that was a. I think I did. I think I was able to do one with Compton, maybe like 2 weeks or one a week. Yeah.
A week and a half.
Yeah. Well, it's easy to interview Compton. I ask him one question, he'll go for 10 minutes.
Yeah. You didn't do the group shit.
Yeah, you know what? My brain, it was starting to confuse me. my brain was so slow. When it would be like people talking, I couldn't focus. I'm like, oh my god, I don't know when to jump in. I don't know. I'm like, is he talking too much? Should I cut him off?
when I was 2 weeks out, I remember telling Beatty, I was like, I don't know how you do it, bro, because I'm starting to get irritated. Like things before, like I'll start getting more argumentative and shit. I was like, after the party was over, I was like, scary of me, like the fuck.
I can't lie. Same here, bro. I'm one after one podcast. I apologize to you and Ken. I was like, real my fault. I didn't mean it. I was editing it. I was like, damn. I was being a dick because it's all opinions, right? So usually, if we debate, your opinion, my opinion, and that's it. But I didn't want to accept y'all opinion. I'm like, nah, fuck that, fuck that shit.
No.
No, you're wrong. And it's like, there's no wrong or right. It's just opinion. But in that mode, bro, you just like, you don't, your brain isn't collecting right, So at that point, you're probably better off not even doing it. But I just want to keep it.
There was one episode where Sid Rai went on, and it was I haven't been on one episode with him. And it was probably about to happen. And then he messaged me, yo, what the hell, man? Like, what happened? I was like, dog, it was not my day. I was not going to be a good person to be on there.
You didn't want to see me. But I would find myself, granted, I'm like the king of cutting people off, right? But I would find myself getting irritated, like, yo, they're not letting me talk. I'd be like, oh, I'm getting heated. I'm like, motherfuckers, they not let me get a word in. I'm like, yeah, we always, there's fucking 6 people on the podcast. What the fuck you expect? Like, it's gonna be hard to get a word in. But I was getting irritated, and I would just shut down. I would just sit there like this. It was just, it's like you feel like a child. Like I felt like a fucking child. It's like
Yeah,
you're like being a baby. You're sensitive. I would read a comment, and then you will see me go back and forth in the comments. I don't know if you read the comments.
yeah. I trust me, I did.
Why the fuck is Beatty arguing with these people in the comments?
And, he said, and I always ended with, "Look, man, I don't give a fuck if you watch or not. Don't be hating. Like, get the fuck out of here."
Bro, I would just go back and forth. Like honestly, right now, I barely read the comments. If I do, no, I don't want to say that. I kind of like skim through it, but I just don't take it literally. I just okay, thank you, like
Yeah, yeah.
But like I would read every comment. Like okay, what's he trying to say? He said what? He said Joe's microphone. You lucky Joe's on the fucking show, bitch. Like just
Been off for a while. Like, you don't know what you got to discuss.
bro, it would just be too much. So yeah, this time hopefully it's a little bit. Hopefully it's a little bit
Hey,
better.
you know, someone Paul told me before I announced that I was gonna have a baby. Somebody guessed it in one of the comments.
They did, yeah, they did, yeah.
I was like, "What the fuck?"
Because me and Compton had an episode, and I forget what we was talking about, but we said like, yeah, Joe's either Joe's busy or Joe has a lot going on, some along the line, and somebody just, oh, you're having a baby. I'm like, damn, how the fuck did you?
Yeah,
He is, but we're not. I'm not going to reply to that now.
hey, but if you look at 2 weeks before I found out I was gonna have a baby,
Uh-huh.
on one of my episodes of my YouTube, I was talking about how Ashley did something for me, and I look at the camera, I'm like, "You want me to put a baby in you, don't you?" And then,
Then it happened.
oh shit!
Mm.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
Wow.
Hey, when y'all have I don't think I never seen a video of you at your place like cooking or anything like that. No.
Me no, just it's because of the family dynamic. There's too many people in this house. So when I move out with
Yeah, yeah.
Ashley, like we're supposed to move out before January ends.
Okay,
So
okay.
I'll probably start doing more of that. That's why I never do that because there's just too much going on in this house.
I was thinking about that. I was like, yo, it'll be cool. Like after you have the baby, have the cameraman like maybe he comes to your place and you go right to the gym together, and he'll film you, with the baby, and then eating your food, and then head to the gym. I feel like it's just cool to see, cool to see.
Yeah,
Something.
no, I actually told Ashley like we could do our own spin-off channel because she's
There
going to
you
be
go.
going back into from pregnant to fitting in, and then we'll have
Good,
a little
good,
baby, and we'll just film our little live together. We'll all be together all the time.
good,
So
yeah.
that'd be cool.
Exactly, yeah. That's something that sometimes people forget. Like, let's say Josie, right? She'll be like, I don't. She doesn't think like people would watch. Let's say, for instance, and I'm like, it's the opposite. You're actually more relatable. There's more people who can relate to you, like competing and just working a regular job, and maybe having some struggle staying on plan and focusing. That's the norm. That's what people. Sam Sulek, the time he blew up, it was because most of the people were kids going to college working out and not competing. So it actually makes you more relatable. You think that you're not cool enough, and the truth that you're more relatable. Imagine how many women had a kid and don't think that they can get in shape, and they see her. What the fuck? Look what she did to her body. That it's not even a thing. I didn't know that. So there's more people who can relate to that are going to be motivated by that. So if anything, that's more reason for you to record yourself and post. To post it. You're less relatable than Samson look. Like that's the thing. You would think I'm so jacked. I'll get more views, and it's like you can, but also you can get even more views when you're just starting or on your way up. You know.
Yeah,
Shit, imagine if you had the California Pro Prep. I would love to see that. I would love to see
yeah.
Joe back then. But
I was working my full-time job back then too,
yeah, you have to. You're like fuck filming, motherfucker. I'm trying to survive. Fuck that.
bro. Hey, did I tell you that story
Expensive.
with my manager?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
remember. Well, so my manager would help me out here and there, but then so like there was a time where I finished my day super early. I was like 2 weeks out already, and I was fucking peeled, like completely fucking shredded. Like face sunken in, and I got my day done like early as fuck. And I was gonna head home, and he called me, "Hey Joe, do you think you can pick up like 5 more stops to help out with so and so?" I was like, "Dude, like I'm trying to get home. Like the fuck, like I'm done."
No.
It's like, "Joe, you're in the area. I'm gonna bring you the stuff." Fuck, man. Fine,
Oh
five,
hell
five.
no.
Oh, bro.
He comes, and he gives me. I have an assistant, and
Yeah.
so my assistant's there, and he's watching me. I'm just waiting while he's giving me the paperwork, and I see it. So every piece of paper is a stop, like a delivery,
Mhm.
and I see him count five, and then he keeps going,
You're
and then he
like, bro.
gives me a stack, and I look at him, and I look at the papers, and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I give him the rest, and he was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "You told me five. I'm taking five." He looked at me, and then my assistant was like, he's all young
What
and
you
shit.
what you
What's
gonna
gonna
do? Let's
happen?
do it. Yeah, what you
I was
gonna
like,
do, bro?
I was like, "Bro, you told me five. What the fuck? Give me 10. Like you
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
told me five. I told you I'd do five." And he thought I
Yeah.
was gonna get fired. I didn't get fired. I was there
Yeah.
too long, you know.
To be
He
honest,
fired you on the spot?
No.
no,
My
yeah, go
my
ahead.
assistant thought I was gonna get fired.
Oh,
I was like, "Nah,
oh,
dog." He was young, man, but I was like, "Nah, bro. When someone tries to fucking take advantage of you, you fucking cut that shit in the ass. Like,
oh.
fuck
Yeah,
that.
just
Get the fuck out
Yeah,
of here with
yeah.
that shit." And then he was like, what ended up happening was he was like, "Look, I'm going to give you the easiest stops. I'm going to take some of this, and I'm going to help you with the hardest stop here. Can you do that for me?" I was like, "Fine, dude. I'll do this, but I'm never doing this again. This is it. This is the last time I'm doing this."
yeah.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
didn't make me do it after that. But
At
he's
that
cooperating.
at that point when you're in that mode, the truth is you probably didn't care if you got fired. You should, but you didn't. That's
Yeah.
the truth.
No,
You know,
I tell everybody that story. I was like, I should have got fired. He just respected me enough because I was there for 8 years.
for
And
sure.
I
Yeah,
moved
yeah.
my way up and shit. And so he respected bodybuilding. If it was anybody
Yeah.
else,
It
I would
would
have
have,
been
yeah.
fired. No one gives a fuck that you're a bodybuilder. No one gives a fuck.
No,
Like
yeah.
literally, like a week before that happened, he had to talk to me in the office because when I would go around the plant to get the stuff for the deliveries, my face is like deathly. And I guess somebody complained like, "Hey man, Joe doesn't even look like he wants to be here. Like, can you talk to him?" And
Don't
when
worry
he
about
told me,
it.
I was like, "Who the fuck said that?" I was like, "Who the fuck said that, Robert?" I was like, I was like, "Of course I don't want to fucking be here. I'm fucking tired, dog. I'm fucking out." I was like, "Look at me." I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
like, "Fuck you."
Hey, why the fuck are they worried about your expression, motherfucker? I'm
Yeah,
doing my
I was
job.
like, and that's what I told him. I'm like, "Who the fuck are they? Am I getting the job done? Yeah, who the fuck? Fuck
Fuck
out of
that.
here."
Nobody got time
I
for
kept,
that.
I'm like, "Who
gonna
said
be.
it? Who said it, bro? Who said it?" So,
I'm gonna go find them.
They want you to
Shit.
smile
yeah,
all day long while you're doing your job.
yeah.
Come on, man.
What the fuck is that shit?
Hey, my last day bouncing ever, I was like 2 weeks out, and then
See, that's
yeah,
when they push you, bro. When they push you.
yeah, they put the GM. I hated her. She was on like a power trip. She was on like a power trip. Like not for nothing. I think I think her being like a middle aged woman and like telling all these like big guys what to do. I think it made her feel good. Like yeah, motherfucker, yeah, your big ass
Yeah.
go over there, big motherfucker. Yeah, I'm in charge. She was always flexing her power. And she was like, "Can you escort somebody down the elevator?" I escort them. Can you escort another person? I escort them. She's like, "As a matter of fact, just stay in the elevator." I'm like, what do you mean? Just stay in the elevator the entire shift. I'm like, oh no, no. And I literally walked out. And I hadn't been back since. But she's been pushing my buttons for the longest. Always just on a one time she went through my bag, bro. She went through my personal bag. Like just insane shit. So at that point, I just had enough. So I don't know who stayed in the elevator, but she had to figure something out. Figure something out. But yeah, at that point in time, you just don't have any. You're not gonna deal with anything. You're just not.
Yeah.
So
Patience is very, very low.
yeah, yeah. So even like you get into the car accident at that point, like you don't even want to deal with the insurances. No, you'll just stand there like, okay, come, take a picture of the license plate. Okay, I gotta go, man. You don't have any time or patience. You just want to go home and eat or lay down. So it's a dangerous
100%.
position to be in. All right,
So
gentlemen.
to that kid, bro, that that's trying to leave his job and pursue bodybuilding. If you like that, though. But you don't have to probably get fired. I promise you.
Yeah. I mean, you might fuck around and get fired. You might fuck around and get fired. You know, but yeah, but bodybuilding is not a job. So people get. I don't know why people actually believe that. But people think that you do a show and then people say, "Oh my God, that guy! Did you see that guy that won the Evan Centopani amateur show? Oh, you got to sign that guy, bro. 100K, motherfucker. We need that guy." Like, is that what people think? That's what people think happens. Like, where do you think the money comes from?
So the potential question, I'm assuming it's because, if I could be really big, like someone like Nick Walker or Samson or Derek, like I'll make tons of money, like that.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's what they're thinking, which is why they even asked that question.
But look at the time span from when Nick did his first show to when he actually made a decent amount of money.
Yeah.
We're talking about 10 years. You know,
for me, I have to use myself because when I did leave my job and pursued this, I won the California. It was right before USA's. I saved up a bunch of money, but I also became a trainer, and I was able to charge a certain amount because of how I looked.
Yeah.
That's how I was able to do it. And I have other ways to get money now too, but that's beside the point.
but even then, even while training people, I'm sure it was still really hard. Like, I mean, it was, you're like squeaking by. You're not like, give me some more GH, let's go. You're like squeaking by, right? It's not like, it's like, this shit is expensive, man. This shit's fucking expensive. So it's one of those things you have to understand that. I mean, if anything, I'll be looking for another job. I wouldn't be quitting a job. I'll be looking for more streams of income, not less. So I'm still looking for more streams of income right now. Anybody got some jobs out there? What y'all want me to do? I got y'all, man. I got y'all.
I have an elevator I need you to be in.
Yo. One of my friends from I went to high school with, we used to be like, he was more social than me at the time, but we were both like the, I don't want to say clowns, that's a bad word, but like, we had a lot of personality. We always cracking jokes and shit right there. And he became right now he's one of the biggest hosts. He'll host like, I don't know, the Knicks are playing. He'll be like the guy. I don't know what you call him a host, right? He'll do like, "Hey guys, thanks for coming out. Boom, boom, boom. Right now, we're gonna have these people perform the whole shit, that whole thing, right?" He hosts parties, like celebrities, the whole nine. And in my head, I'm like, I think I could do that. I think I could do like a party host and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
You could.
I think I could because I don't know, because I feel like we had a similar personality.
But
that's true, yeah.
And
you have to have a voice too.
Voice, and to be able to keep a conversation going. And
I don't have a good voice though. I will say that I don't have the best voice.
Your voice, you got the bass.
My
about that bass.
But my cadence is off. I talk fast and I like stutter and slur sometimes. I could control that though. If I was focused, like I'll be able to control it. I'm just like, when I'm talking to friends, I'm just talking all over the place. But I'm pretty sure that's something. If you're talking in a fucking stadium, you could slow down. Right? Yeah. You got to rehearse it. So I'm sure that's not how he talks with his friends neither. So yeah, that's good. It looks like he's making a lot of money. So I'm like, oh shit, you guys want me to host a party? Hey, whenever you have the baby shower, Joe, I'm gonna come through host it. I'm gonna host it, Just let me know.
Tell Ashley, hey, he's cool.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Like he might not look it, but he's cool. Don't worry about it. He's okay. All right, y'all. Thanks for coming on.
All right, guys. Great meeting you, bro.